Welcome back, Dion, to the Blackbird.
I don't like how professional you're getting.
That's not professional. What, singing my birdie?
You made that?
No, I bought that. It's
It's
a target from the tree. It's a 3D target.
No, it's nice. You're getting as much blackbirds in so as you can, obviously.
That's the end of it, really. It's just I saw it and I was in that kind of mood. I was, fuck it, I'll have it.
I like crows though as well. Whenever I hear
that's what it is.
crows are actually a magical. Like if you think back to our ancient
Messengers.
times, yeah. But in our Celtic times, before England even knew we existed, way back when, we would have been what's the word, worshipping? I suppose, like the pagan style of.
Sure, you have Morgana. Is it Morgana?
The Dagda, that was the father of all.
Morgana was
Morgan, not It's Morgan. I know what you're on about.
check.
Fertility.
Well, she was a bit of a loon, like she's to do with horses as well, and the crows and war, the battlefield.
Yeah, Morgan, that's it. Yeah,
the crows would be over the battlefield and say, "Oh, you gotta kill this guy."
But
there's a lot of crazy shit in the old Irish. I love it, but it's I can see why they don't make movies out of it because it's neither here nor fucking there. Like,
well, I mean, if you think about it, most of our history is all oral traditions, so we don't really have anything written down like other places. Fucking England, that museum has more fucking Irish history than ours do. Sure, all the shit they've stolen. It's a part you walk in, and I've even seen it online. You can even do an online kind of show the way like a street view, but in the museum.
Oh yeah.
And I can't remember how they said it, but in other words, stolen artifacts, basically. But
they have it down. 90% of their stuff.
It's like Celtic,
all the stuff
Irish
they took
and
from
England.
Africa, Egypt even.
Oh yeah, the statues that have been halved off. I seen that. It's fucked.
The nose is removed because they were African. Fucking racists.
Scary though.
Straight off the bat. Fucking racist.
But I mean,
and then you've the cunts in Europe then, and this fucking idiot from Cork calling us mongrels and whatnot.
Who's that?
The Taoiseach. He might be a fucking mutt, but we've got lineage in this land. God, I don't know what that's what you call a psychological primer. They're up to something now, and it's coming down the track, and it'll be based on this bullshit. They're always up to no good. These fucking people, man, got some serious issues with the whole society.
You do
construct. Because it's just
there's no construct there. It's crumbling. That's the problem, you see. And people
the worst thing is
losing. They're all getting deluded now.
You hear folks going on about the civilized blah. There's nothing civilized about anything. Their civilized place where they rob everybody just because they wear the expensive suit and they have a fucking title they think they're legit. Like,
of course.
I just wish it'd be a dream come true if like every man and woman and child overnight just woke up on the same fucking buzz and said, I think I've had enough of this.
I'm going to stop being a cunt. I'm just going to
get rid of these people now because they're just bold. They're totally bold.
I agree.
Fuck's sake. That's what they've been up to. You've been doing the art thing?
Yeah, I'm getting into art. I want to start buying some canvases and get into painting.
Painting's a different buzz off.
I know.
It's way faster, way freer, way more addictive.
It's scarier, but I like that about it. You know,
it's scary. It's just fucking.
It fucking is for me. Well, I used to draw with pencils, so that's when it scared me. But you see, now I do a lot of pen work, and I love doing that.
Do you ever get caught up in details and whatnot? I was like cunt for details. I used to hate it, the worst. What is it with noses? I don't know. No, and hands. I get fucked with the hands because it's always either a finger or. And then I start adding hairs. And I'm like, oh, it's starting to look good now. Yeah, and now it looks like a fucking ape. It's like it's knowing when to walk away, knowing when it's cooked is the hardest part.
Joe, I still actually every drawing now that you say it, I look back on the last week. I keep going back to them. Like, even when I think in my head, that's the one I think, I should add this. And I do, and I add it, and it comes out well. But I fucked up 2 or 3 now already. And
when that happens, or it used to happen to me, I just start fresh. So, because it happened where I would have fucked up whatever it was I was on, because I overkilled it. So I say, okay, next time that happens, just get a fresh sheet and start. Maybe trace the fucking original that you have.
Yeah.
And put it away. And then work on whatever you think needs working on. And if you fuck it up, you have this guy over here. But then I was photographing everything. I had a serious amount of photos, which now they're all fucking
digital.
Man. Well,
deleted somewhere. Or
I prefer I love having a physical photo more. Like, I have a shoebox up at home now, and it's just fucking full of photos. Actually, I have to burn a few of them now.
Yeah, but when you get reality slapping the head off you, you don't give a fuck about photos anymore. It's like, I'm in room, and the kids are wrecking them, and then they're fading, and there's coffee on them, and
It's very irritating for me, because when I first got all the photos, I was taking pictures, like, that's a nice sunset, ching, done. I'd look at it for a week, show people, and then it could be 2 or 3 years before I even remember that I have that photo. Like, I just completely... like.
Yeah, but what's the objective of capturing it in the first place? And then... Because it really boils down to that. When you start doing stuff like the visual capturing, you got to look at it like, okay, what's my objective? I need X amount. Say I need 30 pieces. And then when I have 30 pieces, I might have an exhibition. So you go and you get maybe 100 pieces. And then you whittle it down to 30. And you got to be really... cunty about it, like, you know what I mean? You like that's the hardest, the longest part of it all, like whittling it down to the final 30, because you'll keep changing your mind, and then you're like, maybe I'll have 60. Maybe you can.
Sometimes I think with a lot of stuff you're a lot better off, instead of picking, do you ever think of just kind of shuffling the fucking shit out of them, then just seeing how that turns out?
No, because I'd like to have, in the collective, I'd like to have something going through them all. Do you know?
Like a theme, kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, I've yet to... Well, I suppose I have done such, but something... a definite, defined theme. You know, it's... I mean, I started with horses there at one stage, and I got so fucked up on detail of horses.
Well, it's clearly paid out, like, in the long run for a lot of, like...
I can paint a horse happily now, but at the same time, it's not what I want to do. I want to use the horse, but I want to... manipulate it.
I understand.
Like with this is a manipulated image, but it's freer than the one behind you, we'll say. That one behind you should be on a canvas like that. And
it's weird, because I've never actually mentioned it, but that particular painting there now, I don't know if you ever noticed it, and I probably said it one night when we were very drunk, I think I did. But you know Ursula, that Disney movie, which the fat thing, the squid looking yolk, that mermaid movie, the really old one. No. Well, not that old, because you were way... You know what I mean? You know the Little Mermaid? It's that Disney movie.
Okay.
Well, there's a... If you see here, it's like the nose and the eye, and that's why if you ever talk to me and I'm looking...
I see
it's catching my fucking eye, and I'm like...
Right bang in the middle, but it's more like something out of fucking Lord of the Rings. You know, those guys on the Reapers. Yeah. It's more like one of them. That's a mad thing about it. I mean, even this one here, I can be looking at that and I can take...
That's why I love Jackson Pollock.
I could probably make 15 more paintings if I just isolated a section there and say I could blow that up into... It's like looking at... There's a word for it. You know when you're looking at clouds and you see shapes and you say, oh, look at
that. I know what you mean.
It's that kind of a thing, but...
But it's different for everyone. Like, that's what...
100%. But I mean, you're the one painting it. You're creating it. So you see what you see, and then it can... I don't know, you can get like a running team off the main painting and say, oh, this branched off and it's this. And then that'll have the same thing. So it's ripples in a pond. But look, you go fucking mental doing it.
If you're talking now with detail, there's this one guy and he did, I suppose, would it be called equine art? It's realism art?
Yeah, photorealism.
He was, I can't remember his name, that annoys me now. But he was one of the most used, I suppose, in the Victorian era because of the way he could draw fabrics. You'd swear they were coming out at you, like satin and silk. It was the way he would do shadows and shines, and I've never seen...
Was he English?
Yeah, French, I think. No, he was French. I remember that, he was French. I'm sure. Watching it would be fucking German.
My brain cells have been totally annihilated.
Yeah, I'm barely functioning. I woke up this morning, I think, I feel great. Nope, went to the toilet. Good luck. The whole night just out of nowhere came right back at me.
Yeah, well, you're in that lucky stage of life where it's like zero responsibilities, zero fucking need to do anything really.
There's still a want though, because when you're... I mean, there was a time there where all I was doing was just sitting around doing fucking
But you gotta go through it. It's simple. It's not like...
Still
it's not a measure of anything. Everyone is so uniquely different what they're going to do. I've met people, like, especially when I'm doing stonework. And you see their fucking... Their homes. They're fantastic. And they're fucking young people. And then you get chit-chatting. And then they're telling you about what they were doing when they were 19, for example. You know, like, you were that awake at 19? Fuck. So it's like... there's a predestiny nearly for everybody to obviously be where they are. And a lot of it at that stage, I suppose, it's definitely environment.
Of course, yeah.
But at the same time, it's like...
See, we've an edge on you in your generation. Because, see,
how?
Because, well, ye definitely benefit from the whole hard-working life standpoint, because there's so many snowflakes now. So many, all over the place. One of them right here. But, like, fuck me, Pink. All the knowledge we have now, the shit we're being taught now, there's still so much out there we're not being told. Don't get me wrong. But even just going to a school now, maths has changed, history somehow has changed, the old history changes. Yeah, but it's benefited us in some ways, but I feel like it makes people entitled.
Look, everyone is just a product of their time. I mean, I can't say, well, my time was better than your time when I was your age, because that guy's dead, and that time is dead. Yeah. I couldn't remember probably accurately anyway. But I can only say my perspective of the time I'm in now. And it's pointless even having a conversation comparing.
I know.
Do you know, it's like, what's the point? It's stupid. So, my motto is always take people as you find them, regardless of the age or whatever. It's how they see the world, because not everyone is measured by age anyway. It's how they interact with reality and communicate it.
Joe's magnificent, I have to say. I seen it, is that Greta Thunberg. I hated her at the start. No, I hated her at the start.
But she's a victim, by.
I don't care. I love how what she's representing, that kind of way. I like the shit that she's doing.
She's doing nothing. She's doing as she's told. End of. She's doing as she's told. Like most of the celebrities in the world. They're given a position and the payback is, come here to me. Go out there now and do this.
One of them actually, please.
And say what we fucking tell you to say. Put your dress on and dance a fucking dance. And don't be giving opinions about anything. They're just vessels for a power structure that's been in play long before we came into this world. So I wouldn't be putting fucking much into any Greta or any fucking one else for that matter. You know what I mean?
There is something I do want to talk to you about though. I really do. Is Jackson Pollock.
Oh, Jackson Pollock.
Oh, and do you know what? You need to educate me some more on him, because I'm going to be buying a book on him soon. Cause
I have a book on him there somewhere. You can take it away.
Oh, well, you might not see it again. Like
that's fine. I'm Jackson Pollocked up.
Like that photo I sent you. I was looking at that for an hour. I won't lie now. I was like a fucking kite, but like I was just looking at it.
Did you ever go on YouTube? There's some awesome documentaries about him on YouTube, and they're very good.
Oh, documentary? No, I haven't looked up anything like that, but I did think about it. You get to see.
Alright, there's some people who do documentaries and they're just being a bit of a cunt.
Yeah.
But that's I block them out and I look at the body of work that they put on display. And it's class. I mean, for me, I remember Jim. I was always on to Jim about that, and Jim was like, he's a blah blah blah.
Have you had him on here yet?
Jim's not gonna come on here. Come on. But then Jim saw a documentary, and then he was, this fella is interesting, and then he went and saw a whole bunch more, and then he really got into Jackson Pollock. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I mean, I remember someone showing me a book on fucking an artist, Norman Rockwell, who I think is fucking brilliant.
I've heard of him.
He is brilliant.
You would have really got on very well talking about art with my art teacher, because that guy in particular...
Who's that?
His name was Mr. Sheehan.
Oh, Noel?
You know Noel?
Noel's a fucking legend.
He's my favourite teacher. He's the best teacher in Closhta
He's
ever.
the most enthusiastic individual.
Oh yes, 100%.
You nearly within an hour of meeting him, if he's trying to show you something, you want to be the best. You want to do the best work ever.
When I was in his class, the first time ever I attended one of his classes, and we did some proper practical art, just drawing. We did a still life. That's the name, yeah, still life. So this girl comes in, sits up in the chair, and we were drawing away. And he said, now, I didn't hear him say this now, because I wasn't very much listening. I never really did, that was the problem. So he said, no shading, no detailing, none of this shit. Sure, the only art I ever knew was your art, and your art's all fucking shading and detailing and all that stuff, so that's what I was trying to do. And then he was walking around, and then I was just doing it, and I got the figure perfect. I was just adding like the little details or shadow, stuff like that. And then I started hearing him say, no, listen lads, no detailing, okay? I want plain stuff here to see your raw talent. And then I was thinking, oh shit, I'm there rubbing it out. And it gets better and better, and I'm like, I don't want it to go away. And then he comes over and he's like, do you know, I always did that as over his hand. He's like, I said don't do it, but I'm not going to lie, you did a very good fucking job. That's, yeah, keep it up, no, keep doing that now. And I was like, oh nice, and then I fucked it up. And after that, then I was just... But he made me want to do art more. Yeah, he has that personality, or like you want to get to know him more.
He's one of those teachers that I think are rare. You know, there's someone who's in love with the subject.
Of course. Yeah.
He does photography as well.
I know.
He's
crazy into He's got a red room in the classroom. He was showing me some stuff that he did, and I was like...
Nah, he's a dinger. A dinger.
Honestly, it's like... And him, he'd have a few other teachers he'd be friends with. They'd all have... like drinks and stuff, like coffee in the for lunchroom. It was like their own private kind of thing. They didn't go to the staff room or that shit.
Oh really?
Yeah. Well, I didn't see. Yeah. And I'm not going to lie, the teachers that were there, like, they were all talented. Like, I heard clarinet coming out of there one day, and I was like, what the fuck? And I felt like I was in some sort of orchestra. The fuck, it was very lovely. And
the different school to what I went to.
No, I don't. Maybe. But the thing was, though, that I loved, every time I went in there after lunch, there'd just be the strong smell of black coffee. Because it was all he'd ever drink, really.
Sort of demented from all the brats. I need a coffee. No, yeah, he's an excellent teacher.
Unreal.
And he's an excellent teacher.
I like the way he looks at art. That's what kind of was before. I suppose I'd look at a painting and I'd think, oh yes, okay, that's a painting of a tree. But then he'd tell me, no, it's not. Look at the birds. Look at the way they're flying. It's about nature. It's changing. Look at this, that, and I'm like, oh fuck, and it changed the way that I look at art completely after that.
He's a fucking thing. I'd love to have a chat with him, but I don't know.
I bumped into him one time when I dropped out of Closh. He was all for it, I think. He didn't really care. Miss Desmond said to me, the vice principal at the time, she said, you will not get into Youth Reach. I work on this. You will not get in. I got in there a week later. Hate that.
Some of them are just silly.
They're very, very full of themselves.
No, they're empowered with bullshit.
Power trip 24/7.
Well, that's most people will happen to that.
I brought a naggin of vodka to school. It was for after school, and somehow some students saw it and ratted on me. And then it got brought into her, and she called my dad in. She called my mum in, and you know my dad. And I was thinking to myself, this isn't going to be good. And then as we were leaving, didn't the bitch take the naggin for herself? Miss Rose Desmond. Yeah, you did. I forgot this is going on the internet.
I'd say you're safe. I don't think they watch this.
Well, if they do, love you, Noel.
We did loads of shit at that place. We wrecked the gaff, like, because
the old part of the school, Closh, is much. I preferred it because they made the new part, and it's you go in there. It has a hospital vibe.
It's sprawling big time, isn't it?
It's too much. It's trying too much to be what it isn't. It's like a high school
in
America.
But there's we'll say the population of the town has grown now, and
but that in my eyes, the way I see it, it's growing, and may I say, it's not all Irish, and it happens, but they should be embracing the culture now, remembering stuff like the Salmon Festival and stuff like that.
Embracing the culture. You can go to any big city in the world. You'll have your Chinatown. You'll have your...
Do you know you got? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's true. But it's sad though, because if
I was to go to if I moved to Prague,
unless it's a communist country now.
If I moved to Prague tomorrow, say we all moved over to Prague, I can tell you this: I'd be looking for every Irish fucking. Network of people.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Just to hear the slang.
I'd like to go to Prague though, because I have seen. I was looking up photos on it, and
Prague is awesome.
Beautiful.
It's fucking massive.
It's just it's all I can say is beautiful. No, and the food.
Cool. Yeah.
I haven't.
Bit heavy but tasty.
Like Italian that way, do you know?
It's very heavy, but it's tasty. And the sweet stuff is very sweet. It's very rich.
Yeah.
Very rich and a great array, a great fucking choice.
Yeah, you got a lovely variety over there.
And the drinks are just yummy. There's I don't know how many breweries in Prague City itself. It does lots. It's like lots. There's a lot there.
I actually, one thing I started doing now recently is I started trying to get into baking more.
Baking?
Baking.
Like bread and stuff?
I started with bread, but now I'm doing pizza.
Alright.
And it's the more you do it, the more you get used to it, the movements when you need the dough and stuff. Yeah. Oh, it's turning out good. Like, I'm making one night I tried to do was just an Italian flat style, thin, nice pizza.
Yeah.
It came out gorgeous.
And how do you heat it up? Oven?
Oven, yeah. I wouldn't do anything else really. I would love to get a stone. Do you know the way they have the proper?
But even those jokes, from what I've gathered, it'll take you years to figure out a particular stone made one.
Oh, of course.
Because it has its own little fucking
and
way
even
about
then
it.
you have to you got to learn it as well, do you know? Because
yeah.
you got to make sure it's yours. They're all different as well, I suppose.
Yeah, when you meet people who are big into making food, it's usually awesome.
Well, I'm weird because I've always been the kind of person who I'd latch on to a certain hobby, I suppose, and then within about a month or two, I'm gone away from that one. I'm on to another one. The only two I think that I've actually stuck to is me and my guitar. That's one.
Yeah, there are ones that'll stay forever.
The art's another one. That's just because every time I draw now,
really
I actually think back.
Kind of.
It just brings back memories of when I used to draw. I used to love drawing. Like when I was in school, I can actually remember that was probably the only thing I did at lunch. I wish I got my sketchbook. It's in Beachfield somewhere. It's full.
I would have been obsessed with both particularly the art and then the guitar and the writing. Obsessed.
I'm actually doing music now, not like just copying shit, but writing shit.
I copied shit that, you'd be shown just to illustrate how you played a few notes on the guitar. So you
to show your talent, like this is what you
just
know.
Just to make it work.
Yeah.
Make it sound good.
I will say, learning a good variety of songs, different kind of genres
chords
as well.
And stuff.
You learn the chords, but it's not just that. You learn what chords go well with each other. And that's something that takes time.
Chord progression and then manipulating the chords.
But I always get stuck in this funk where I'm playing and then I keep doing the same shit. And I'm trying, I know other fucking chords, but like, okay, it's the same shit again and just backwards. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
That's a natural thing. It happens with everybody. I remember, if I picked up that now, I'd play the same thing I was playing 20 years ago.
Yeah, but
just without thinking.
It's good though, because I think... And you know, the shit it does for your hands, the muscles in your hands is fucking... And like, look at my fingers now. Like, touch that, you can feel it.
So I have...
Rock.
I play. It's just, I don't play as much as I should. I was thinking maybe I should tune the guitar. Oh right, yeah, you're gonna tune the guitar. When are you gonna play?
No, I'm like that too. See, my problem, well, not my problem. I'm lucky because you're busy all the time. You got a job, you're doing stuff, you got kids.
It's more the fucking kids than anything.
Yeah,
everything else is a fucking walk in the park. But these fucking bloodsuckers, my God Almighty. Junior now the way he is. It's like he's fucking just.
Yeah,
he's my puppet master. I'm his puppet. And you don't, if you're not there, then it's like ground zero. So fuck. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him when he's like 20. Just
legal.
Let's go outside and have a drink, buddy.
Let me show you this beautiful stone we've collected. No, I understand.
No, he's no one could ever understand. I don't even understand half the time. It's a fucking.
I look at him sometimes and I won't like when he's in his own kind of funk doing his thing, he's going kind of mad. I think that's Jamie.
Oh yeah,
I'm like that's when I like to think what's going on inside Jamie's mind before I get freaked out and think fuck that. I think it's Junior. Like it's when he goes all kind of that's the fire's burning.
Oh, he's got a lot of fucking crazy going on there, but it's like he wears it well.
That's too nice. Where'd you get that?
Which one is that now?
I didn't go for the Captain Morgan. I don't like.
They're up Czech rum.
Is it from Czech?
Yeah.
I downloaded an app because I love learning new things as much as I can, like languages now if I ever go travelling. I tried learning a bit of Czech for the cracks. I thought if I ever go out for a podcast, I might go up to Lucy and just say something, freak the shit out of her,
Oh yeah, that'd do it.
I got after Mama, I was like, fuck this shit. I was like, it's hard. I mean, I did Italian now. I can speak some Italian.
I find it very aggressive. The Czech.
Yeah.
It's very aggressive.
More than Polish sometimes, and that's shocking.
Definitely. There's more sharp bits in it.
Yeah, and they could just be saying something like, I love you, you're so beautiful, and it's like,
Although the funny thing about people in Prague, because we go to Prague, but then we go outside of Prague a lot, and it's like Cork in a weird kind of way. The way Cork is that musical kind of aspect to the pronunciation or whatever. It has that in Prague compared to the outskirts. It's straight away. Like it's like what's this remind me of? And then Cork.
So in other words, you've got kind of like the party centre, and then you got the real homely part of like the real culture, I suppose. Do you know that kind of a way?
Well, it's such a city. Like it's iconic and it's full of fucking tourists all the time.
Where's Milan? Is that near
Italy? By
yeah, that's see Italy fucking head now. Yeah, that's where I'm going because that's my problem. I think I did it was fucking. I started off the Irish because I went to the school for 9 years and like that I got that back fluently. Like that just kind of came back like a wave. I was happy with that, so I gave that a break and I moved on to Italian because I'd love to go to Italy sometime.
I'd love to go to Italy too.
Rome,
and I love the language.
Oh.
I haven't a clue.
The language, the food. I love it when they argue. It's the only language where they argue. It's so beautiful.
I like the kind of the Latin ones.
It's just, oh my god, man.
But fuck it, I'm barely getting by with bullshit. No mind fucking anything else. So you kind of figure out where your lane, not your lane, but your. Who the fuck am I going to talk to in any of these languages? You know, that kind of way.
Now
and
unless
you're
that,
talking about
now that you've said
using
that,
it doesn't work.
I agree. There's a thing now. I don't trust this now. It's AI, and it's.
I'm sick to my back teeth of idiots talking about AI as if it's
gonna come and kill you, man. God, you're gonna die, man.
You know, I'm a massive fan of Joe Rogan, right? I'm a massive fan of Joe Rogan, and I'll always be a massive. And you know why I'm a massive fan of Joe Rogan? Because he's unapologetically human.
Yes,
and he'll be a fucking idiot, and he'll show you angles where his interest has elevated his fucking knowledge on things, and he'll show you parts where his stupidity makes him look really stupid. And but
he embraces it. That's what I like.
And there's something very Irish about that, I think. Okay, so that's one of the many reasons, but one of the biggest voices pushing this AI shit is Joe Rogan. And I wish Joe Rogan would just take a fucking, what you call it? What's the pill that makes you see the reality of it? Take the red pill or take the blue pill? Whatever the pill is,
I know.
Fucking take it. Because this is the basic of AI. It is not a sentient fucking entity. It never will, possibly can ever be.
All it will ever do will be a mimic. That's all it will ever be.
It's great, and it's acting out situations if it has the answer. But if it doesn't have the answer, it cannot reason and create the link.
The thing is, though, it's so real now. Like, you see news. It's not fucking real. Listen. News companies now, other people are mistaken. Like, I watched, like, Sky News, I think, actually. They put out loads of videos of, oh, look at this bomb hitting this. It's not real. People got it and they were like...
Yeah, the animation is crazy. Look, I've seen it myself. I'm like, you can't even trust that anymore.
It's shocking.
That's why my mantra is everything I see... Simply entertainment.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm not going to be believing shit, okay? But it harps back to the fucking landing on the moon crap on the TV. It's like, you and I look at that and say, what were you, on drugs?
But Armstrong
you didn't see that?
He didn't land on the moon. He said that on so many occasions.
I don't know. Look, I don't need him to say shit. I see what's there. And I see the time.
Yeah, but you got into all this type of research on this shit. Like,
you're full of shit. You're not research. You're just being exposed to what's available and has been available. And it's like, I'm not really listening to scientists because I don't trust them cunts. If a scientist tells you, well, according to science isn't a fixed point of all knowing. It's like a continually regrouping and relearning and realizing we were wrong.
Science hasn't even begun yet.
It's been politicized. Everything has been captured. Our minds have been captured. Oh God, even when we think we're breaking away and being independent of it, to a degree we might be, but majority of that is captured mind.
People forget that the government have one thing.
It's not even the government.
I don't know.
They're as captured as the rest of them.
But the thing is, like, it's all about one thing. Well, two really. At the moment, I think one more than the other, and that's greed. But control.
These are distractions.
Control. Don't say that word, because I say that to myself every fucking day.
It's another distraction.
And I go crazy.
You look at the emotions. It's all emotional stuff. They want you emotionally engaged, so you don't think, you don't observe, and you can't function properly and make a proper decision because you're emotionally outraged. That's the new thing now, is to be outraged.
Or triggered, as they call it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's nice. Fuck off. End of. But it's a circus, and it's just got out of hand only because everyone has a phone and everyone is connected to the internet. And now everyone's blaming the internet for all the woes. It's a fucking hammer in a toolbox.
It's like politics. You know, you bring up a guy and you're like, he's amazing, he's the best, fuck, we are so lucky. A week later, what a cunt, get him out now, change it all, everything's wrong.
It's just, there's just so much bullshit.
People are never going to be happy because everyone's so different, that's the problem.
But people need to wake up to themselves. That's what I've been saying from Dead Dot. Wake the fuck up. You can't have a conversation and withhold their answers or their responses just because you don't like them or they offend you.
I agree.
You gotta have the conversations. You gotta have perspective. And you gotta have emotion at bay. You gotta rein that fucker in because that's a fireman and it destroys most things.
Well, I think personally the one thing I do now more than ever is meditate. Now, I don't meditate like you'd see the kind of people be doing in yoga. They do a lot. I just kind of put on some quiet music and close my eyes, breathe, try not to think. Because that's the problem, you see. We spend so much time thinking.
You think you're thinking,
no,
but you're not.
You're overthinking right now.
You're echoing shit, that's all. I see it myself in myself. I'm like, this phone is going to hit the fucking wall one of these days. Because
that fucking emoji! Oh my god!
I'm aware of what's happening with this in myself.
You know WhatsApp? The chats that we'd be having. That circular fucking thing with the glasses, that fucking weird emoji thing.
Don't know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Which emoji?
That will not... I don't mean to send it.
The professor glass? Oh, that's goofy looking one.
Yeah!
What's it mean?
Do you know what it was? It started off with AI. Because Apple came out with this new thing and they were, just make your own emoji. Yeah.
Right.
I'm not going to lie. I don't want the phone. I was thinking the last few days, I don't want a smartphone, full stop. I've been there. I've gone out.
They're awesome.
I don't want one. Do you know what I have, right?
I don't have one.
I know. I have a tablet. Same fucking thing, I realised, because I went off the phone, but I like when I leave the house and I don't have,
just leave the
150 notes. Yeah, but then I'm getting given out to because no one can get in contact with me. And I got all these bitches.
Get a flip phone.
That's what I have. I got a Motorola. Do you know the old...
Yeah.
Sarah had a pink one, actually, way back.
I was thinking of doing this for work.
It's a great... Although I will say, get something like a little radio for music. Don't rely on your phone for
I barely have the phone for that these days.
A lot of times before, I always use music as a way to help myself concentrate, but now I find I concentrate a lot better when it's just fucking silent.
I'm definitely better without it.
I just like...
sometimes I'm louder than any fucking thing.
Yes, that's exactly, because my brain's just going fucking... It's infinity. There's no even calculating how fast it's going.
Even the radio's kind of... I'm not... It's just...
Yeah, when I say radio, I don't mean... I never listen to the radio. I know you would listen to sometimes like the news talk and stuff like that.
I try to have some fucking audiobooks and some podcasts. There's a handful of podcasts that I'll have on at work, but usually it's like, we'll say the better part of the morning, I usually would be more productive. And then it's like, as a little reward to myself, we'll say after lunch, I might have... when I listen to something. Music very rarely these days.
Yeah, well, I'm a bit different now. The thing for me...
But everything changes.
Oh, yeah, that's...
You know what I mean?
Really, like, okay, put it this way.
Nothing's
a year ago, I was in my room, and 4, maybe 5 days out of the week, I'd be gaming. Video games and all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas now, I can't tell you the last time I even plugged in that fucking console. Like, I mean, now if I'm on my bed, if I'm not playing my guitar... I'm drawing, and sometimes you'll have music in the background. Like, I like Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah,
some of their stuff is really good
they're
now.
Class.
And a Camel, they're good.
Shit.
No, they're
pure shit.
I love it.
That's actually. Did he make a mistake? This is shit.
There's also another one.
It was like Monty Python in the woods or some shit. Do you know what I mean?
You need to listen to it.
It was fucking horrid.
But King Crimson is another one. Absolutely. Whoa.
I don't know. I think I know what.
It's the lyrics I'm listening to, because a lot of the time people focus
I need the whole package.
No, that's it. It's because with King Crimson, it's not just a guitar, a bassist, a drummer, like what you get with other bands. They have everything.
Okay.
And it's like, I got a song there, it's called In the Court of the Crimson King. The song's about 12, 16 minutes long, but...
Sounds like a Shakespeare play.
No, it's like something out of Pink Floyd. You don't realise it's one song. It's so good. It changes so often, but not too often enough to sicken you. I like it anyway.
No, I think I'm on vacation from all of that at the moment until those little fucking vampires are.
I understand, yeah, I know.
Then I can
think clearly. I think the mindset you have, how you think on a daily, can affect the music, and what the music you listen to, the movies you watch. It affects so much more than you actually think it really does.
No, but I doubt. That's why I'm listening to a lot of classical now.
Like, that's good. That's very good. Like, Bach is good.
Awesome.
Do you ever listen to Bach?
Yeah, I got bored of him though. It's like what you're saying there with other things. It's a different arena. You know, it's a different fucking...
There's too much to be stuck up on one thing anyway.
100%. You know, the guys in the movies are awesome though.
Yeah.
They're who I'm into at the moment. The guy, what's his fuck? I'm shit with names, but
carry on a book and start writing them down. That's dude, one thing now I always do. I always write shit like a dream journal.
Cleaning this place out a few months ago because there was fucking folders and cases. And
yeah, that might be what I meant by the upgrade situation. It's looking a lot bigger. That's what I was thinking.
I found like I don't know how umpteen fucking little notebooks, and they're just all bullshit. So I just fuck bin.
When did you get a blackboard? That's very sorry. I didn't even see that.
That's not a blackboard. That's a painting that didn't work, so I painted it black, and now I'm gonna try to do something new.
You're joking me.
Oh, I
fuck off.
Painted the frame and everything.
That umbrella looks like a fucking... that looks like... That does not look at all. That's beautiful, man. I like that.
That's just fucking...
It's a start, though. It's a beginning. Do you know, you could paint
I can tell you this without a doubt. It'll look nothing like this when it's finished.
But that's the good thing, do you know?
I was going to try to do a painting of a painting I liked because the artist died, I think, earlier this year. Brilliant artist, I thought. Scottish lad. And
very talented people, the Scottish people.
He had this one painting that I really liked, but I thought, like, I'll do that. But then I was like, fuck that. I'm not into doing covers. I want to do originals, and only originals. So we'll see what'll happen. I've been struggling to paint. I mean, most of the stuff over there is 12 paintings covered over.
You should do what I'm doing when it comes to writing music. Like when you're playing away, let's say when you're painting away, we'll look at it a different way. I pick a song and I'm thinking, right, this is all sounding very samey. So I find a song that I know, one is already written, that I know, well, that's completely different sounding to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then playing that, mastering that, I go back to writing, and then it changes.
Nah.
It helps, you know?
I know what you're saying, but no, that doesn't work for me. When I'm writing, it's I don't even know where it's coming from. And it's like when you're reading it, then it might be, it's kind of shit, but there might be a line in it that has that something. So you take the line out, and then it's like you're fucking around with the guitar and you're singing it different ways, and then it hits you and goes, oh, this is it. It's like you tuned into it. And the more you repeat the line, it gives you a little sentence off of that, and you build it from there. It can be fast. But I can't be outside the bubble. Once it has my attention, I have to zone right in on that, and I'm mining the fucker till I get another word, another sentence, and then pictures come. And when the pictures come, it's like a movie, and then you're describing the movie, and you're adding to the words, and then you just...
And you get a whole story, and it's...
And then it's not about, like, beginning, middle, it's like choruses, what the fuck? There might be one thrown in.
I am here I am, look at me.
And it's just, this is it, just do this and shut the fuck up, be happy. Same with the painting. It's like, you have this fucking idea for a painting, and it's a shit fucking boring idea. But you're thinking there's so many horses in it, and I love horses, so I'm gonna do it. But in your haste, you fuck it up.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at it for 6 months, and you're like, oh.
That's a very valid reaction.
So it's like, right, paint over it. And it's hard to say you're wrong to yourself. You're like, well, you fucked up, and you continued to fuck up for 6 months. All that paint, all that time, and what do we have?
Fuck all.
Boring. Paint over it. And then it's like, oh.
One problem I always face with, and I hate it, and see with art and writing music, if I write a song today, I could think today, this is going to go somewhere, it's good. A week later, what a load of fucking shit. Scrap that. If I draw a drawing a week later, I'd still be thinking, this is perfect. Like, I'm actually fucking proud of this shit.
The following morning, I'd be fucking chopping the things up.
But I hate, and it always happens to me, I'm trying to draw. I have music playing. I turn off the music to concentrate, even sometimes it doesn't work. It's just, I want to draw. I really want to do something, draw, make some sort of art, but I'm just a block.
You have to be what do I fucking what? But you need the time and you need the discipline. When I used to get into a fucking situation like that, I would just fucking draw this hand. That's all I would do. I'd do it like this, be like that.
No, I get you.
I can't have anyone fucking annoying me or talking to me.
No, I know.
In my space.
If I'm drawing now, like the amount of times my
because you're in a hole, like
no, go away.
You're trying to get out of a hole.
A rut, really.
And you would just say, if I just force the mechanics, then the magic will come along.
It does.
So it does though. If you fucking like, you go like this, you go like that, you go like this, then you go like all the variations you can do, and then you make sure you get the sketches to where they look, to where you want them. And then, you might get something else. You might get the fucking bird, or the buffalo, or the cups, or with the different light and texture.
Were you trying to paint a bird when you were painting that originally?
Dude, I knew exactly what I was doing with that.
Because there's a lot of times now where I'm drawing.
For months, and then I had the canvas, and then I thought, I think like not even a week, just fucking pummeled it out. That was done in like a few hours. But it was finished in a week. Do you know that kind of way?
No, I get you, yeah. The thing I love about art, Jamie, and I've always loved it, for me anyway, I could be trying, let's say, I think, right, I'm going to draw a boat. So I start off drawing a boat, and then I'm halfway through and I think, it's going to be a really shit boat or a fucking pretty good house. And then do you know? And then I start working away and I'm like, this could be a factory. And I'm like, shit can change halfway through when I'm drawing. And I'm like, it's mad. And I love that because I prefer that rather than sticking to a narrative in my head like, it has to be this.
Oh yeah, don't marry shit.
That's why I originally hated art to start, because I used to always say to myself, I get the sketchbook out, get the pens, start working, and then I think, right, I'm going to the Titanic. But then you getting caught up in detail, and you're kind of zooming into one part, and one part's brilliant, the other part's just...
You don't have to get caught up in it. I mean, but then again, it's easier said than done.
Do you know the amount of drawings I have where one part of the drawing is beautiful, but then the rest of the drawing just looks like it was... Because what would happen is I'd be drawing, and then I do this thing, and I'm like...
the world of this. There's one guy I fucking adore. I have his fucking biography somewhere. What's his fucking name? Mullins.
Never heard of him.
Oh, dude, this guy, equine artist.
Oh, okay. I love equine.
Unbelievable. But he'd have this painting where there's a bunch of horses being led through a stream or a river, I guess. And the trees look like fireworks. And there's just like, there's nothing there. It's just a blah and a blah. But it's all, the way he has it, the perspective of it all, it just brings you right into the horse. And when you see the horse, even the horse isn't like... there's more detail there in that donkey than what he has on... But the marks he's made are significant enough to say, wow. But if you were to really look at it, eventually you'll say, But then when you walk back and look at it again, wow.
Do you know, actually, there's...
master.
There's one work of art now.
Munnings. That's his name.
Oh, right.
Munnings.
We can look back on this and you can remind me of him, but...
He's brilliant.
There's this beautiful piece of art, Jamie, and it's ancient now. It's the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Oh my fucking god.
I know this, but I forget it.
It's just... I don't know what it is about it, but... See, it's kind of... It reminds me of the artists I hate, because they make the painting so fucking good, you just want to jump into it. Do you know that kind of a way?
No, I never had that. No, I must be... I don't look at art like that. When I'm looking at other people's art, even people who I think, wow.
No, if I like him enough, I get into it. I do. It's just like, when I went to...
Monet and Van Gogh were the only two that... And maybe Michelangelo.
I like Michelangelo, yeah.
They're the three that I'd have copied their stuff in the early... Caravaggio as well. I'd have copied the shit out of their stuff. Just the practice. How do I dice up the space that I'm working on?
It pisses me off now, because looking back, when I was in school learning about art, it was the only subject I'd leave the class and I'd remember everything. Do you know that kind of a way? Whereas everything else, the interest wasn't really there. But now it pisses me off because I used to know artists. And
Excuse me, I had a fucking dinner before I came in. I shouldn't have.
But like, I could look at an artist and I could name at least 3 paintings. Do you know that kind of a way?
Yeah.
And now, although Van Gogh, I can't name him, but I could differentiate. Like, there's the one with the cap. Do you know that one? It's like the self-portrait.
All right.
And it's all, the way he's done it, you can see it's all little dabs, but all together, it's just...
Yeah. Look, there's there's amazing art. But it's like the music world today. Again, it's just, you know, who's good today? Like, who's really good today?
I could name a few, but they're all people from the 70s that are still going.
That's what I mean. Like, same with art. I mean, what I've seen passed off as art and been...
We've lost a lot of true legends.
When all they're talking about is how much it cost or how much someone paid for it.
But that's what the music industry's always been about. The minute they turned it into like an industry, they took all the joy out of music. Do you know that kind of a way?
Well, I imagine there's underground because it's in you. Like, it's in you.
Yeah.
Luckily enough, there's a bunch of people on the internet who just do it out of their room, and next thing you know, they're on tour.
I know.
Do you know?
That Billie Eilish, actually, that's exactly how she got popular, and billions of people listen to her now. Like, she's fucking famous. Like, she's...
It's her and her brother, isn't it?
Phineas, yeah. I like some of her stuff, but some of it's very depressing now. It's just fucking...
Yeah, but I mean, people say that about Leonard Cohen, but I love Leonard Cohen.
Leonard Cohen, oh my god.
He's awesome.
His first album now, right? That's my favourite album by Leonard Cohen. Suzanne, and just So Long Marianne, like, he's the way...
Did you hear his last album? It was fucking attitude all the way, man. He was
but I'm going to now. I love him, man. I really do. And he's the most underrated artist, in my opinion.
Not to me. He was... the father handed me a CD of his one year, I remember well. And he's like, you're either going to love this guy or you're going to hate him. Same with The Doors, actually. He said that same thing.
Oh, I love The Doors and pick and choose now.
The Doors are something you grow out of, though. Because they can get too... Because even when I've been writing, I found that there was a strong Doors flavour going into my writing. And I was like, once I recognised that, I stopped listening to The Doors. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but you know... Sometimes as well, it's not good to cut off things like that, because even though it can get a bit too alike, it's good to let yourself develop different tastes of styles, I think.
Yeah, but the development was the decision made to say, right, that's interfering with my shit, so they can fuck right off. I like them, I enjoyed them, but they're not that. Because that's like, it's too when you're creating a thing, it has to be your perspective and your time. You can't be fucking just copying shit. You can't. Even when I take photos,
don't get me wrong, when you're starting off in something, for me anyway, like photography, art, music, anything at all, I don't think it's a horrible idea to start off learning stuff that's already been done, but I think you should always start also writing your own. Because it's always going to be shit. Well, sometimes it's not, don't get me wrong, but most of the time you're starting out and you're writing music, it's going to be kind of shitty. But you're not going to get better if you're going to just quit and keep doing covers and shit, you know? You see cover bands and they're stuck in it, and I'm like, you know, you think you're doing great, but this is it. Like, you're at this bar, you're not going to go any further.
Yeah, but a lot of guys believe that's the life. That's the great life.
Sure, this one guy, Mark Mattel, he's, you probably know of him. You watch Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's thanks to him, he gave a lot of the chords and the vocals for Freddie, because he can replicate his voice the best.
Yeah.
Compared to a lot, but that's it. Like, he's written music.
Yeah, but he's a rich man today because of it.
Is he?
Yes.
Is he?
He's fucking right, he is. Financially.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I bet you he is. Bet you he's doing okay for himself.
I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. If he's happy, fair enough. Good. He's doing what he likes to do. That's a good thing.
He's not going to be doing Freddie Mercury for life.
That's what I'm afraid of, because that's what it kind of seems like he is doing, really.
No. You just, when you get caught up into something of that stature, of like, I mean, Freddie Mercury's voice.
Man.
Forget about it.
I mean, he's the only artist I ever knew that went from like rock to like... Do you know when he went from stuff like Another One Bites the Dust?
Yeah.
And then the older like Killer Queen.
Yeah.
And then you go from that to shit like The Invisible Man. And like, he really kind of...
That's because they were all part of the creative mix.
And after they broke up that one time and he came back and he's like, lads, I've AIDS, this and that. Remember they said to themselves, and after that, it doesn't matter who writes the song, all four get credited. And I think that's the way it should have always been with every band. Because people, they get too caught up in, I did this, and you did that. At the end of the day, it's a joint effort if you're in a band. It doesn't matter. Someone's still got to play an instrument. It don't matter if you wrote it.
It doesn't matter, because the suits are going to take the majority they take anyway.
No, yeah, definitely.
So they always have...
I think all the money people get now is in live shows. I wouldn't go to one though because
I
they're
don't know
getting
how
psycho.
they make their money because I don't know.
The crowd crushing and shit. I'm like, fuck that. If I was going to a concert now, I'd be grand just sitting up in a fucking... Because I don't like... Fuck that shit. Fuck that.
I think the last concert I was at was probably 12 years ago. And that was...
If you say Pink Floyd, I'm going to kill you.
No, it was that Scottish lad. What's his fucking name?
I remember Grandin and Becca were telling me, oh, we saw Pink Floyd. I was like, shut the fuck up, you lucky cunts.
Did they? They didn't though.
Did they?
Gilmore wasn't there. So they didn't really.
I thought that he was there. I thought when they said it to me, I was
like,
well,
no.
that's just... Don't get me wrong, I love Roger and I like David, but it's not Pink Floyd without
Radio Chaos is a fucking awesome album. Awesome album. I love that.
Do you know what? Radio Chaos, start to finish. I loved all of that. And then he made...
It's the only way there. Start to finish.
It's a concept album. That's the whole point of Roger Waters. He don't make shit small. He never did. And he likes to give an impact. That's what I love about Roger. But he made one after that, Amused to Death. Now, don't get me wrong.
Don't know if I heard that or not.
It all makes perfect sense. You don't know that?
I'd have heard him sing like that in a number of albums.
Yeah, well, you see, like that now, I only say it because I know Dad played it all the time. If you're in Beachfield ever, there's a high risk chance you're going to be hearing it.
Probably,
but it's,
yeah.
One thing I don't like about it, it got to a point, I think, where I didn't enjoy the whole album. I only could pick and choose some, and once it got to that point, I felt like I kind of stuck with the older stuff. And then he made that Dark Side of the Moon revamp.
But that just because you like a band for even one album, it's like, do you ever buy an album and there's only 2 songs on it that you love? Yeah. You know, that's usually been the case with a lot of the big nicks. It's all fucking marketing, dude. They market the shit out of these people and then you think they're fucking gods. Because you're young and fucking pliable. And, you know, you go with it. But fucking now it's like...
Actually, I just remembered I have a later. I just saw that one.
I'd sooner just fucking jam with somebody. You know what I mean? Who's just fucking...
There was a youth club we had, and do you know what? We used to go out the back of there, and there were some fucking weird people, but there was a good amount of people. Like, someone could play bass. You'd always get someone to play bass, the drums, and once you had that too, I was sorted because I was the guitar, and it was nice because, you know, people... There was a few people that come in and you know... Just
look, let's be honest, drummers are weird cunts, okay? Bass players are fucking far behind them. And you come in then and you might have something to do with the guitar, but
Motley Crue.
You will have written the song and you're going to probably be singing the song, and then it's like there's lines in the sand. Once these fucking identities are known within the unit, it's like, oh, here we go. You're going to fucking, there'll be battling going on like in this. Like, it's so fucking hard to work with people. It's just you be explaining a thing like
I remember sometimes,
song, and your man's flaking the shit out of the drum,
and I'm just sitting here like I just want to Simon and Garfunkel this shit, and you're just fucking. They get some people. They think I'm better.
It's hard work for being in the band. I think it's fucking incredibly hard, and that's actually thinking about it now. I can see why there's not so many fucking that I wouldn't know about many up and coming bands that are worth knowing. Because it's fucking hell.
If you think about it now, people... Right, Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd. Right, unreal. People now, they only know the chorus, and after that they don't give a shit. And there's not much. You get the majority. Now, it's about generation, I think, as well. Because it's about... Songs back then, they would have reflected things that people back then would have connected with more compared to now. Well, I personally, I'm connected to shit like that because of Grandad and because of Dad. And, like, we've all had the same kind of music taste because of Grandad.
Well, that's because he had a bigger net that he threw out there, and he fucking.
I like to say he's eclectic in a sense, you know, that kind of a way. Like he introduced me to opera, and before that, I was like,
fan. But I mean, he had a fucking pirate radio station. Of course,
I know.
He did, like.
I know that was the best episode we ever did here.
He's fucking an insatiable appetite for music.
It's not just that either. It's he doesn't so much what I always admired. So many people, they're like, can you hear it? Yeah, grand. But he doesn't question that. He questions, what am I hearing? You know, how good does it sound? What can I do to make it better?
That's because he's crazy.
We're all fucking crazy, man.
No, but music is magic. And for me, painting is equally so. It always was. So it's like, it's annoying when it's not working.
I know.
It's very annoying. And then it's like when one breaks down, the other one follows it. So it's like, okay. Your missus has left you and so has your mistress. So now you're totally fucking done.
Oh, now that I think about it, the guy I was talking to you about earlier on, the equine artist, I think he was French.
Yeah.
He did a painting, and
French
it was
equine artist.
Now he might not have been French, you know me, but I know he like this shit was.
Wow. Spanish or Portuguese, man.
It could be, but like just hear me out. Now, the painting I'm on about is of this mistress, and you can tell it's a mistress because of the way that the room has been fashioned. It's early Victorian,
right?
And she's sitting on this man's lap on a chair, and there's a piano in front of her, and she's wearing this dress, and like the thing I like about it, you can see. You know there's a window behind them, but only because of the way the light shines through and the reflections off the materials of the dress. Like, it's that much detail. And I'm thinking, what the fuck was he thinking?
He's painting from life, though. He's not photographing shit and working from a shitty photo. Do you know what I mean? He's got the moment, and you work faster when you have it in front of you. You do. It's a totally different beast. You're way better when you're painting from life.
I love still life, so that's what got me into art. And I always find as well when I'm getting stuck. Like one time I was out in Beachfield and I was in the kitchen sitting at the kitchen table and I got out this book and I got a bottle of Coke and I just put the bottle of Coke there and I just started drawing it. And then after that I started drawing the kitchen. And then I drew, and then I was getting all caught up and I did everything. I'm not going to lie, the kitchen looked better than the bottle of fucking Coke in the end. But after that, drawing stuff from my head became easier.
Well, it's always easier when you're drawing from your head. When you're trying to fucking draw what's in front of you, it's especially people, because that guy was about Norman Rockwell. He actually was the one artist who painted more presidents than any other artist, because usually when there's a new president, some artist is brought in to do.
Do you know what presidents of which he did paint?
Oh, fuck it.
Any American? I don't know why. But
all American, from the 40s right up to Reagan, I think.
Who was it that was... Oh, never mind. I'm going into music.
Did he do Reagan? But the thing is, when he'd go to meet the president that he's going to paint, to start chit-chatting, because he's a talker, and they go for walks around the grounds, and he get the personality of the person he's about to paint, and he kind of add that into the painting, whereas all these fucking college artists will come in, well, you have to paint what you see.
Yeah, though.
Okay, and he's not a real artist because X, Y, and Z, and he's a real artist.
See, this is why I like Noel.
He's an unbelievable artist.
He's a proper teacher. See, that's the thing with art teachers. A lot of them, they're very judgy. And, you know, they're like, if you don't do art a certain way, you're not doing it right. I'm like, no. With Noel, it was always like, art is subjectable to everyone. You know, you could draw a painting, I could think it's shit, but everyone else in the classroom would think it's amazing.
But that's the same with anything creative.
I think personally...
The market will tell you that. Like, you can go to a guy down in Cork with a painting. He said, I'll give you €500 for that. And you're like, I don't know, I don't think so. And you put it online, we say on an online gallery, and someone over in America will give you like $2,000 for it.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy shit.
It is crazy.
I mean, if you look back now to when you were doing MySpace, do you know
Jesus.
that's like now TikTok, but TikTok's like MySpace on fucking steroids. Like you could make a whole business out of TikTok now if you wanted to.
But you can't make money on TikTok.
You can.
In Ireland.
Yes. It's all about how you make it.
Are you on about fucking talking to people or getting like people coming up?
No, right. If you got something good, and it really is good, something no one else can do, and you can give it to people, that they're going to want to say, right, I love this, I'm going to buy this.
Where on TikTok is any of this that you speak of? Because I'll be on TikTok and I'm like...
It's on that red button. You click it.
I hate this because I'm watching it for too long and it's pure shit.
I wasn't talking about this in particular, but I feel like it's what you're thinking. And I actually do think TikTok have released a thing now called TikTok Shop. Because I see it coming up, and it's Irish people are showing me it, like on TikTok. And it always comes up, you know, commission paid as well sometimes. And they can, it's like through the app, they can make a kind of like a easy style shop thing to sell off your stuff. And then there's a whole load of stuff to go with it. I don't know how it works now with that. If you wanted to do something like that, you could probably...
I'm wrecked just hearing that. Like, what? Fuck. I can barely put up the fucking picture.
All you gotta do... Like, okay, let's say you do a really good painting. Now, if the painting is fucking good and you put up a price and people look at that, they're going to say, okay, I'll buy it.
Yeah. TikTok are going to buy my paintings.
It depends who they go to. See, you can do this thing where you promote your video, and what that does is you can control...
So it's the same... The principle is basically the same like on any other fucking online platform.
True, only TikTok is the only online platform with the most people. Like
that doesn't mean that means nothing.
It does when you look at the fact that a lot of people on TikTok already own businesses, kind of businesses where they want to like buy out shit, or there are businesses there especially for art now, like galleries and stuff like that on TikTok.
I was looking at bullshit. You know what I saw today? Someone falling out of a hot air balloon.
What the fuck? That wasn't on TikTok. That must have been on Instagram, because that shit's just endless. I go on Instagram and it's like, there you go, her head's getting cut off.
Because I thought it was some, what did I think it was? Because there's a lot of UFO shit coming up on my stream. Because I seldom will like or follow people.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get involved.
But do you ever hear it's got that kind of voice where it's real, but you can tell it's not real?
This wasn't that. This was like a shaky phone, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" It's, you know.
But now I've gotten a few of them now, and it's literally
fuck! I don't want to see that.
No, but someone will just be taking a random video of nothing happening, waiting for you to look, and the whole time they're just using a sound that sounds like.
But I looked at the bottom to see if usually they have to tell you if it's an AI generated thing, and that wasn't there. Number one, and number two, the reason I looked is because it looked like there was this vortex opening up in the sky, and what it was. The fucking hot air balloon thing was on fire, and the wind caught it, and it was swirling away. And I was like,
"They're not safe, man."
That's when I caught, and this fucking poor soul hanging off the basket.
I
another one fell off.
I've actually seen the video you're on about now.
And I'm like, what in the actual fuck?
Yeah,
they were halfway down the screen, and I moved on.
You know what you got to do, yeah, and it's what I do.
Stop fucking watching TikTok.
Yeah. No, but when you're watching shit like that, press and hold and click not interested, that shit will just fucking, at least for a day, it'll stay away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I don't even fucking know that.
I only noticed that like 3 days ago, which is sad. I've been on TikTok 2 fucking years. I still don't know how to fix the emoji thing. I'm getting sick of this shit. I used to be great at technology now. It pisses me off.
Well, look, I've no interest. I'm only just trying to have a fucking, like you set up for the art, for fuck's sake.
Huh?
You remember you set up the TikTok for me that time when you were bitching about it, and I was like, "It's all your fault." And I'm like,
"Yeah, well, I'm not going to lie. I mean,
I haven't been painting, I suppose, either, but yeah, I just use it for the Blackbird and for archery stuff, things that are, because in my head all these things were for you're on there with your phone, you take a quick whatever and you flick it up. No filters, no magic, no bullshit. Just keep it real, flick it up, and look, anyone out there who can fucking relate to it do, and mostly people don't.
But like the thing I was trying to say it a while ago with TikTok, with videos, I don't know. Let's say you draw a landscape. I know you don't really draw landscapes.
I love landscapes.
I do as well. That's like what
I love everything. It's just I can't fucking work at the moment.
I know. But let's say it's a landscape somewhere in Italy.
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful place, Italy. Let's say you do the Colosseum. You promote your video, but mostly people in Italy will see the video.
I'm sure they love that. This another fucking tourist. Another fucking painting.
Yeah, you could even have that's amore as a sound to get all fucking...
Oh, man.
And you could butcher the language too. Salva, mama.
No, when it comes to putting effort into shit like that, it's YouTube is where it's at for me. Because it's like, I suppose I know my way around, even though I don't really, but... That would be the one I'm more familiar with. And I'm like, my brain capacity can't handle going over here.
I get it, yeah.
And doing the same shit there. And then the Facebook.
If you ask me personally, I think the only 2 that are going to last another 5 years, I'd say, is TikTok and YouTube. And, well, actually Instagram. But the only reason is because those 3, one's owned by Google, the other is owned by China. And the other one's owned by fucking Elon Musk, and he's the richest. He's the stupidest fucker. Actually,
YouTube aren't even trying, and they're blowing everyone away with the whole podcast.
Oh yeah, I know.
Poor Spotify are fucking, dedicated to fuck. They're miles behind.
But
they've
Spotify,
even added video to their fucking platform.
I know,
now.
And it's good. But
yeah, it is.
But I think when it comes to video and it comes to watching something, that's YouTube or TikTok. But YouTube, if it's on a laptop or telly especially. But
yeah.
When it comes to other stuff like podcasts, that's what YouTube's made for.
Oh.
Spotify is unreal for music. Like, really fucking good.
Oh, sorry again. People.
But, Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
There's a few songs, if not all by him, I looked them up. Spotify have only got the live. They don't have any of the records.
They probably don't have a deal with him, but
I went on to YouTube because that's what I thought, and you're right, because YouTube have all of Garth Brooks, and I can remember back. I think he must have done maybe a deal or something with them, like a sponsorship possibly.
Well, his label probably did the deal.
Maybe, yeah. It makes sense. Either way, I was pissed because I was on Spotify and everything else was perfect, and then I looked it up and it was just all live. I even went into albums and it was just one album.
Can you figure out, is there a simple, I mean, there's kids out there now and they're laughing because they're like, this guy's so thick. How's he getting anything done? But when you do a video podcast, say it's 2 hours long.
Right.
And you're thinking, you know what, maybe some low background music would be a good little addition to this podcast, this particular one. How the fuck do you do that? Because I've done it, right? And the voices are gone.
Stay away from CapCut. You've heard of that, haven't you?
No.
Okay, well if you do, stay away from it.
What is that?
It's an editing app, but it's made easy for everyone. But the problem that they have is now they've done a thing.
Yeah, but I mean on YouTube.
You're not going to... Well, if you can do it on YouTube, I think you can. It's not... You're not going to have as much control as you'd want, like the volume of the music maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
What you want really is to find something simple to edit, just simple basic shit like that. Like I was using that thing iMovie. That wasn't even fucking simple. That was a lot of shit.
What's my editing software?
Is it what? Can you think of the brand maybe that'll help you? Is it iObit or
No.
There's Wondershare there, another one. Is it Wondershare?
Maybe it's Wondershare, maybe.
They're not bad. Like they're simple. That's the good thing. Did you pay for it? Because you get a watermark if you don't.
The reason I did pay for it was because I can get like a 3-hour thing on it.
Oh yeah.
Whereas the last one, 20 minutes was max, the free one.
Yeah, no.
When I was starting out,
what you mean, yeah.
and I was like,
that's only really to kind of get you used to the software, so you know what you're doing. So you're not fucking about, because otherwise you're going to be paying 60 quid for something.
Is there a DaVinci or some shit?
DaVinci Resolve or something
That's
like that?
I'm starting to play with the freebie to see if I'll pay for it later.
If you find that easier, Jamie, it's like art
It's not
music.
easier. It's just I find when you get like something that goes over maybe an hour, it can be fucking China movie halfway through.
One thing I will say,
The
do you know when you're
dubbing
editing,
goes.
you need to try and do as little splits. Like, split, cut, delete.
Fuck all.
I know, like, the best thing for
Walk
you is...
into the room, cut that out,
Yeah.
put in your birdie, go right through to the end, cut off when you're getting out of the chair, put in your birdie. End. Hopefully YouTube won't get upset with what's in the middle.
Are you going to have some of this with me?
No. I get some... What am I... I'm gonna have a beer in a while.
This is why I was hanging to death this morning. I was drinking Budweiser, and I love
Budweiser?
It's my drink, man.
Really?
Well, if it's not... I have to drink Budweiser. Why isn't this cunt opening up? Can you open it?
Try to lock on it.
Fuck you, cunt. Here, open it.
But Budweiser's just fucking water, isn't it?
Well, it does the job for me. I like it. Because when I drink Heineken...
No,
Heineken
Budweiser in Prague's different.
Is it?
It's Budvar, but it's fucking... It's the original Budweiser. The Yanks just stole some fucking recipe.
Bud Light is what the Yanks drink, isn't it?
I don't know.
That blue one.
Drink, but it's fucking bullshit. No, it's... The beers in Eastern Europe are awesome, though. They're really... you could eat them.
We go to Germany, like that's the lager capital.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, in Germany, what is it? You buy two, you get 2 drinks, you get another 2 for free, or something like that, or you get one, you buy, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, in every pub.
They're meaty beers. Do you know what I mean? And they're not as gassy or something.
Yes, that's why I like Budweiser, because Budweiser, it's going to be gassy.
I would say that's extremely gassy.
Compared to Heineken, no. Heineken, I wake up and I get a migraine. And I was weird. First time in a long time, I woke up this morning.
What about wine?
I love wine. I don't like white wine.
That's not wine. That's
like
fucking shoe polish.
Thank you.
Something.
Red wine is beautiful though. But the thing is, though, I haven't had red wine since I was 12. But I know I love it because that one fucking glass I had was...
All it takes is one glass to make you love or hate a thing.
But I remember I tried white wine. Fuck me. They're so...
Look, you can get
dry. It's dry. That's what I don't like about it.
I don't know what the thing is with white wine. It's just... Look, I'm a red wine person. In the winter months now, red wine is lovely. That warms the body.
Red wine and a steak? Is that what they eat, or is it something else?
Depends where you are.
I think they say white wine fish, red wine steak, or something like that.
That's see if you're cooking the fucking thing in it.
No, to drink with it too.
Ah, fuck that.
If you're in a kind of, hoity-toity restaurant kind of a thing.
I was in such a restaurant in Prague. I think the first year I went there with Lucy. We were in there with her mum.
They let you in, fuck.
And I swear to God, it was the most uncomfortable place I was ever in my life.
You feel like you have to be a certain thing you're not.
It's just... fuck, I do not. What I feel is everyone else is fake as fuck.
Yeah.
And it's like...
That's what I mean.
It's like you're in a game or something. So I started fucking trying to speak Czech. But it was kind of echoey. So there was a lot of laughing. Even the waitress, she was lovely. She was just laughing a whole lot. She could speak English as well.
Oh, handy.
So I was flipping between, because her mother would be there like, say it like this kind of thing. And I'm like, boom, 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 boom. And I say it with a Cork accent. And they're like,
oh, no.
Check with a Cork accent. And he's saying, what's he saying? So... I'd be looking around in like, what are you looking at? And I'm like, okay. Because, you're like, the fuck are you looking at?
Psycho.
But it was very hot and I was starving and
my God. Have you seen what the English have put out now? They're saying, major health warning, yellow, over the heat. It's going to be 40 degrees. I was like, did you ever go to Spain?
Look, everything is a fucking drama these days. Oh, it's going to be so wet. We're going to have to build a fucking ark. It's so hot, we're going to have to build a fucking...
But do you know something that sickens me, right? And it makes me think this whole fucking humanity we're living with are retarded.
They're not retarded, they're conditioned.
Okay, they're sheep.
There's a difference.
They're sheep then, because the thing
I wouldn't even say that. When you have something that is like orchestrated and institutionalized, it can creep in generations.
I'm not saying I disagree, but just because I'll forget, is... like the shit going on now over in Gaza, all that war stuff. Like
that's not war. That's genocide.
It is fucking genocide. It's
End wrong. Of. But look, you've a warmonger at the head.
I know, yeah. I'm not disagreeing, but the point I'm trying to make that pisses me off. People they all try to choose sides. I'm like, at the end of the day, people are fucking dying. They're all saying, "Oh, look, Israel's getting bombed. Good," and I'm like,
there's right and wrong. It's simple as that. One side is wrong, the other side.
You want my fucking opinion? Get all the world leaders into a fucking ring, let them just beat this shit out of each other, and then
world leaders, they should hang their heads in shame. International community, hang your head in shame. To allow that happen to civilians based on someone's fucking delusions. I mean, I don't entertain it anymore.
And they don't even care. Like some of them, like I watched
if I was Superman now, okay, I'd have a different opinion.
Is that the name of the place? The Independent?
I don't know.
They're a news company. I think it was them, or no, it was the Examiner. One of them. They were doing a 15-minute. I watched it all. They went to Israel. They talked to people from Israel, and they were saying they're not getting killed. You're only seeing half of the story, but the videos on the internet, I mean, they antagonise. And I'm like,
you can't believe anything on any news channel.
No, but the way they see it, it's not a genocide. They're doing it to themselves. And I'm like, no, they're not jumping in front of guns letting you shoot them. They're getting shot at for doing fuck all.
Look, it's a fucking mess, man. It's a mess, and I think it's only a matter of time before there is absolutely
nothing.
Yeah, there'll be nothing.
There'll be nothing, and it'll be fresh start.
Yeah.
It'll be a different fucking species with a bit of fucking brains, I hope.
No, but I think
it's like the whole planet has gotten so sick of our shit. It's like, right, population control. Fuck ye.
Population control, we're in serious decline. There's no replacement generation in half the countries.
Irish history, with this country especially, people don't know. A lot of us, when England had control, were fucking put out for slaves.
Yeah.
And people, if you look it up...
The Irish were the first slaves in America.
And no, it's because they weren't slaves. It was a civil servants was the name of it. In my book, slaves. A servant is a fucking slave.
They were slaves.
And nobody believes it. If you look up the Irish genocide, is what I call it, the Great Famine, same fucking thing. They don't mention it. And they actually call it the Irish slave myth. I kid you not. If you look up...
Propaganda again.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And there's no... Unless you find an Irish website... But unless it's anything else, it's just, they're all fucking...
Do you know who you should listen to?
You only see what they want you to see.
You should listen to, Blind Boy. Blind Boy, the guy in Limerick. He has the shopping bag on his head.
Yeah. Is that the man who goes, fuck your Honda Civic, I have a horse outside? Yeah, I know him, yeah.
He's a podcast, right? Now, bear in mind, I listen to him every week. Usually I'm roaring at him. Because in my head, I'm like, how can you be so smart and talk such shit most of the time?
A lot like Kneecap, do you ever hear that?
But I'll tell you this, he is studious as fuck. he does his homework on whatever the fuck he's talking about. Sometimes he'll just give his political flavouring in here and there. But sometimes when I listen to him and I'd be like, fucking da-da-da-da-da. And then I listen to it again and again. And I'm like, why did I react that way? Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah,
and then I kind of pick it apart where I can say, yeah, I think he's right in the way he went about it, the way he got it. But what I didn't like was he ruined it by coming in at the end with his own fucking bullshit. Or, you know, it's weird. It's worth to listen to him sometimes.
No, I get what you mean. No, I do.
You know, it's kind of, it gives you a perspective. You know, it's an opposition perspective, if you will. Not that I'm opposition to anything, because I'm not a side of anything. I'm just a bird in the sky looking down. I'm just saying, what the fuck are you at? And he's saying this, and he's very smart. But then, I don't know, sometimes it's like, again, like with Joe Rogan, very smart, but sometimes they say things and you're like, what did you just say? Oh my God, I'm embarrassed for you. How could you say that? And it's like, they're out of touch on certain things. But again, it's the moment in time. You'll say things on a recorded situation, and you're just a person in a moment, and this is where you are in your head, and you say this in reaction to whatever. And then some spanner.
I wonder
who. Well, forever now you're this kind of person. No, you're that kind of person in that moment in time, and that's the. It's like that's why fame came to be, because people would see these cunts on their cinema screen thinking they're all so brave and so genius-like, but they're reading someone else's fucking words under the direction of a director. So they're only a face. That's all. They're not the person you think they are.
No one ever is, really.
So at the moment, people don't even know who they are half the time.
Do you know how many times I was convinced I had it all figured out?
Yes.
I knew, man. I was like, Joe, I'm God. I know what I'm doing. Fucking, I may not be familiar with these controls, but I'm gonna fucking ace this shit. Nope, I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But I'm happy. Do you know?
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing shit. I don't care if people don't like it. I'm having fun.
What people?
Exactly.
But what people like?
The people that they always talk about.
Who are they?
The other ones that aren't me.
There is no people. There is no people. But that's it. It's like you're in the Matrix, huh? Everything else is a fucking projection.
I didn't even know you had fucking...
Oh, they're fairly nifty now.
Yeah, they're nice. I like them.
I think they're slate.
Did you buy them or did you make them?
Bought them.
Oh, that's disappointing.
I didn't buy them. Lucy bought them.
Really?
I just robbed them. She's never in the studio. She'll never know. And
one time I went in to clean your studio. What a cunt.
She's barred from the studio.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude.
I get it. No, it's kind of like your own space. Everyone needs their own kind of, this is mine kind of. Do you know?
Fucking eh.
You need it, like, otherwise you're going to go fucking crazy. You can't share everything.
All I'm doing is fucking spitting shit. Blah, blah, blah. But, no, it's...
I mean, if you're going to bring me onto the podcast, we're going to talk about anything and fucking everything.
This is not like... I don't know if you could pigeonhole it. It is what it is.
What I love about coming out here and you record it, there's no bullshit. There's no... You have to stick to this script now, to say this now. Do you know? But you get that in a lot of podcasts, and they don't just sit down and talk,
Yeah, but they're business orientated. They're trying to make money out of it.
Yeah, it's all money. But once you can,
when you remember when I was talking about maybe doing one for the art, a podcast, and then I was busting your brain, asking you're like, well, if you do this on YouTube, you can make money. And oh, great, what do you need to do? And then I was like, oh, forget that, never gonna happen. You can't do this. These are all the things I do. I want it to be natural, as
I know,
and it's like
I find YouTube.
I'll do it, and if I like it after 20, I'll keep doing it. And once I got to 20, I realized I like it, but I don't like it for the art because the artists don't come in, and it's kind of that sucks. And so I'll just make it more vague, so it can be about whatever the fuck.
If I have a question for you, because we were talking about the oil. I want to do some oil painting because I watch videos on people just not giving tutorials but just them painting.
Some tutorials are worth watching.
No,
just for food for thought.
Did you ever watch Bob Ross?
Oh, the white afro.
Nice happy trees over here.
Yeah.
He's chill, man. I like him.
He's chill, yeah. He's cool.
But this one guy, and he's not really that famous. I think he fucking should be. He's like, right, you're looking at this, you've seen ocean, the other side, it's just black. It just kind of looks like a whole ocean. And he's like, watch this. And then he just did this thing. He was like, all you gotta do, vertical lines. And I was like... And then he did horizontal over. I was like, it went from just being the sea to the sea with this like realistic looking fucking sand with the reflection. And I'm like, you did all that with oil. Like I've seen acrylics and it's good, but
it's very simple in this. If you can just, it wouldn't be a bad idea to watch a few tutorials when it comes to like you have your canvas and there's things that will work and things that won't work in how you put it on, how it sits on the canvas. Jim would be a big advocate for this because he's always giving me shit about it. Because what the fuck? What are you doing? You can paint it brilliantly, but unless this is right,
do you know if a canvas over time warps, how do you fix that?
You just take the wood off and re-stretch it with new wood.
Alright, and how would you do that? Yes. I don't want to give you the painting because you painted it and you're not going to give it back.
I'd just get some 2x1 or bring it to a framer and don't tell them not to frame it, just to put the stretcher bars. You want it on stretcher bars. You could order stretcher bars online. Is
that just the wood, like the frame?
It's just the wood and it clicks into place. It's really cool.
Okay.
It's just I don't have the fucking time or the patience.
It's kind of like when you have to restring a guitar, you're like...
I had a roll of canvas there now and I think I've chopped it up into maybe 8 that size. That I can stretch to that size.
You must save some amount of money too doing it that way compared to just buying a canvas online.
Oh, without a doubt.
And the control you have as well of making it any size you want.
Yeah, but then again, I like painting big paintings.
What's the biggest painting you've done? The big now? Even if you don't have it anymore, like?
I'd say if you stood this one up and brought out another foot.
No way.
About that, yeah.
Would you go bigger?
Oh yeah.
You should try it, like, you should have a whole wall there, do you know what I mean?
Nah, I'm actually going to go more along here and smaller when I go back.
Kind of close things in a bit, help you kind of focus more.
No, it's more just for storage more than anything.
Yeah, I get that, Judge. Fuck.
What the fuck
I'm fucked with that, because my room's like my room isn't even as big as here.
I'll be looking out for people opening up coffee shops and shit. There's nothing where here, I want to hang some paintings for free in your coffee shop.
Yeah, they don't care.
Well, they wouldn't care. They'd love to have some colour in there. But the last fucking one I did went up in flames down in Newcastle West. I got a phone call there last year and it was the dude saying, sorry, I'm so sorry, but the whole restaurant went up in fire. Everything is fucked.
Oh, fuck.
You'd sell paintings out of there, like, every summer we'd say a couple of paintings would sell, you know? And I think I had 8 or 9 in there. And...
oh, that was fucking... See, it's hard, I suppose.
To be honest, I forgot about them.
Yeah. But still, though, like, have you started trying to digitally capture some of the stuff because it might get...
Everything is digitally captured. Everything is...
Yeah?
Yeah, everything is...
cropped and all
Lucy
that.
got that proper camera and she does the proper photograph.
Oh, yeah.
So everything is super...
Good, you're sorted. That's the best thing I think to do. That's one of the best parts that I love about this whole new digital
That's why we were able to do this logo thingy.
Oh yeah, I like that. That's fucking good. Look at that.
So if you didn't have the photo proper, it wouldn't work on the computer. So it has to be proper. The information has to be there. So she was able to put she was messing around with it for a while, but I said it has to be that painting. And it has to be Blackbird Podcast, not the Blackbird Podcast.
Just Blackbird.
That's it.
Perfect.
And I like it. I don't know what it is. I like it. You know when you know. You see, he goes, that.
You get a feeling.
That's it. That's what I want. Because Lucy, the perfectionist. I made no fucking no. No. That's it. Print. Print the shit out of that. Actually, ran out of mugs. I'm going to order some mugs. I was looking around for, the best deals and shit. Because I was trying to think of what would be a good idea for a little bit of merch or some shit. Just if someone comes on the podcast, it's nice to give them a little treat. Some knickknacks. So a cup and a blast of stickers.
See, a cup's a great idea. Everyone's going to need a cup. Not many people smoke an ashtray. It's good. I like that idea.
It's middle of the road.
There are some companies.
Hoodies. I was gonna go with hoodies, but then not everyone's into hoodies.
Yeah.
I've one hoodie. I wear it. That's it.
What, you made your own Blackbird?
Lucy got me a Blackbird Podcast hoodie.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, well,
you can show it to me later.
I was going to get some t-shirts, but then you don't decide. See, I don't want to be fucking committed to that.
This is what you do, right? Everyone loves this oversized look anyway. Buy a load. Shit's going to shrink. Do you know that kind of a way? If it's a wintertime thing, you should do hoodies. And then if it's summertime thing, give them cups. That kind of way, do you know?
Yeah, but I'm paying for all this shit to give away for free.
Yeah,
so
don't start doing it until you're getting money
I want it to be...
beneficial.
Not beneficial. I want them to be like, oh, look, I got a knick-knack, right?
You want people to think, oh, yeah, I want to come back now. That kind of way.
Well, you know.
Feel welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Provide a more cozy atmosphere. I know what you do.
You can't get cozier than this. It's
I don't know now.
Fucking bohemia.
Get a nice fire stove, although you might burn the whole place down, to be fair.
I've got this fucking heater here, but it's like there's no need for
it. I got the same fan thing you had before. What the fuck? The
shit.
smell and the smell off them is just it's stuffy. It's stuffy. I don't like it.
It's shit. And there's
That's
no heat
good.
off them.
Is that on now, is it?
No, it's turned. I was going to say. I'll open the doors, turn that on. It's more for the room than the people in the room. Just air it because why not?
This was a smart idea, though. To be fair, although I feel like it would be better if you were to make, let's say, another building or whatever, maybe like this bigger for art, and then have this just for podcasts, or the other way around, let's say. Because obviously over time it's going to get you, is it not?
What you mean?
Well, last time I was on the podcast, you were saying you wanted to. You were even talking to David. Remember?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you should do that.
I would love to do that, but it's easier said than done as well.
I know.
Although there's a massive lawn there, it's too fucking big, like, and it stopped the cows from coming in as well.
Do you know what cows love? And I never copped onto it.
Walking on our fucking lawn.
Music. No, if you were to get a speaker there and play music, they'd all
Any
stop.
living thing loves music. It's vibration. Though. We're all energy.
Frequency.
All of this jazz. It's cool, man. There's so many fucking...
Jazz, actually, especially.
I hate
it's
jazz.
weird. I know the cows love it.
I can't say... I can't say I hate jazz because there's a lot of things I like that are jazz kind of.
Well, I personally like jazz. I just don't like the saxophone. Sometimes it's a bit much.
Love the saxophone, dude.
It can be a bit much though. Some people play it.
Depends who's playing it.
It's always a black guy. If I find a black guy playing it, I'm always getting into him. Like, he knows what he's fucking doing. He's been with this shit.
They're at the core of it.
You know, the thing I always loved about black music, they got soul.
Yeah, fuck that. The Irish tradies.
Oh yeah, no.
They're to the fucking source,
man. My favourite out of all of them Irish songs was wasn't he a King of Ireland as well? Brian Boru's March is it's played on the harp.
I've forgotten so much, dude.
Fucking brilliant. It's one of the oldest Irish tunes that we have in record to actually date with time. It goes back to, I think, 1100 BC. I could be very wrong now, but it's fucking
Well,
BC.
we're not about facts here.
Yeah, that's true. But no, it's weird. I find there's something with genetics. Obviously, we don't know everything yet, but when I hear stuff like that, Brian Boru Arch, I know I'm Irish because I feel something when I hear it. Like, I feel like like a yearning.
National pride.
Genuinely.
Yeah, but look, you gotta look at it this way. I look at the world, when I do take time to look at the world, and I think it's all shit. It's all bullshit.
Not out here, though.
Everything we think we know is bullshit.
I got out of the car before we came in here, and I don't know, it must be something about the fucking air, but it hit me like a fucking big giant. I mean, it's just this fresh. Like, if you're in Fermoy, you don't notice it, but it's toxic. Like, I'm right by a main road as well, do you know, the Cork Road, like that.
Yeah.
The sound of trucks is a daily. And I think that's why I play music so much, really, is to kind of tune all that shit out, have a bit of control over what I'm hearing.
No, it's great being out in the middle of nowhere.
But
It's awesome.
The thing I like about it, you can leave, and then when shit's stressing you the fuck out, you can actually open the door, shut the door, and it's just...
I got some tips the other night off of Excellent Archer, and he sorted my about, and everything's tuned up awesome.
I actually keep looking at them, they're lovely.
Going out into the garden there for an hour to fucking shoot some hours the last week has been nothing but awesome. It's like a fucking holiday. Even with Junior freaking out, you know, bouncing off the thing over here. I'm just over here because someone has pointed out where you're kind of fucking up a few things, and the bow is super, and you've got something to work towards, you know what I mean, something to correct. So it's like basically you need volume of arrows with just that in mind, and things were going very good. So when you can have that, like even this morning when I came out with the dog, I was like, oh man, maybe I could go shoot some arrows before they wake up. I was only dreaming. That's not fucking first tud.
Speaking of that shit, I'm getting some weird fucking dreams. Like, I cut down a lot in smoke, because I don't smoke half as much anymore. I just don't really have the time and can't be bothered.
Mm.
But, like, I didn't smoke before I came out here. I was kind of bummed anyway, but I don't try and smoke as much as I used to, because I'm giving myself time to think. Letting my mind quiet down now that I can, because for so long it was just always,
Get a candle, look at it.
Here!
Light it.
That's freaky, because I actually am buying a load of fucking candles. I'm trying to look around for nice candles. I don't like that fake, not the glass smelly candles, like the ones like the black and like the normal stick candles.
A single candle. Don't be getting that fuck. I made that mistake. There was a few hairy moments. Waking up and there's fucking blackface and shit. Nostrils and fucking motor oil. What the fuck? Everyone's on their head.
But
wake up the
windows. I never wrapped my head around it. It's not just in America, it was here too. Way back when there wasn't electric, they had, that paraffin?
Oh yeah.
And they had it lined into the walls and they'd have wallpaper.
Yeah.
Dude, shit, like one little bit of wallpaper sticking out from a peel and your house is gone. Like, I was looking at them and I was thinking, people were built different back then.
Damn right.
All they had to do was once they got up, they were going. Now it's get up, go on your phone, go for a shit. Like, it's just, there's no anything now. There's no drive, no rush. It's just...
Everyone's getting conditioned to accept a whole load of bullshit. Lies. Lies. All of it is lies. It's all bullshit. There's simple fucking actual facts of life. And it's usually painful, mentally and physically. But when you get into it, it's like, you love it. You can manage it easily. It's the thinking about it and the fear-mongering before it is what fucks.
That ties into what we're doing right now.
And you've been bombarded with fucking, like, scaremongering from media outlets and leaders of fucked up countries.
Oh, God, yeah.
So it's like, turn it all off. Go outside, look at the rabbits. What's that smell? Something's dead up in the ditch. Oh, I wonder what happened there.
Let's investigate. No, that's one thing. People are always saying, I'm afraid of death, this, and I'm like, that's one thing.
What's the fear of death?
I've actually grown so close to just nature and accepting shit, and it's just, it made everything just so much easier. I used to always think, oh God, how am I going to die? And then I'd stick with that thought in my head over and over again. I don't know why.
There's a book I was saying to Lucy, I just can't remember the fucker's name. He's a monk. He had a book come out about a month or two ago. This guy now he's popping up all over my fucking internet. And he's, I think he's based in a temple in Germany or something. And the guy is a cool dude, like. But it's just the way he answers some questions. He's a very interesting guy. I mean, I just saw a clip and he goes, are you happy? Typical fucking stupid question. And he was kind of perplexed by the question. He goes, I don't know this question. It's not something I'm searching for. Happiness. This happiness you speak of. What the fuck is that? As if your man's a clown, like. Because your man's over here all millionaire heading him. Oh yeah, I'm very successful. Are you happy? What's happy? You fucking muppet. But then he'd be going on about, it's not like when I wake up, I have things to do. It's how I feel about it. I'm not interested in how I feel about it. I know they have to be done and I want to get them done. And I go and I do them. That's what I'm after. I'm not after happy. What is happy? And
you're after a result.
That's fucking the way it should be, I'd be thinking. Because if you're to go on how you feel, we're all crazy, like.
Oh yeah. Emotion is such a wide spectrum these days.
Sure, look how delusional people think about true love. It was love at first sight.
Torture.
Are you demented?
It's just torture. What are you on about?
It's like love is probably the most painful thing in existence. So look at a mother and her child, a father and her child, and the extremes of everyday life, and what's going on around the world with all these fucking terrorist attacks on innocent civilians. So it's like, it's a, even when everything is safe and you survive a thing, you never survive it as a parent. It stains you forever.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You're living in that every night of your life thereafter. And you're like constantly thinking, how can I fucking make sure this never happens again? And you can't. It's a shit show we live in. And there's just lunatics in charge. Because we let them. And no one will get on the same fucking page because they're all fucking divided and conquered.
The problem is, and it's always been the same problem, people think we need control. You can't control shit.
People don't think we need control. People think they'll make rich if they have control.
So what is it with this paper that we're all so attached to?
You're all under a spell. Everyone's under a spell. And you don't get time to think about that. Because then you're in trouble.
Do you know what I think is the biggest flaw of society in general? We're all tied to a man-made object.
You might be tied to a man-made object. There's ways of earning money without fucking being obsessed by, it's like a drug dealer taking his own product. The best of them don't touch the stuff, apparently, from the books I've read and the documentaries I've watched.
I don't know if I was doing all that shit.
Usually people who are in that situation that are successful are just fucking sober out. And they're just methodical.
Unless you're like fucking Snoop Dogg or...
They get up, they know they have things to do, and they do them. End of.
Do you know who's a legend? I don't care what anyone says to me. Willie fucking Nelson. Oh my god. He's an absolute just...
Why is he a legend?
Well, I think he's a legend. I love his fucking music. I love what he did for country. And he can outsmoke Snoop Dogg, man. I think that's fucking... That's good. That's a talent I have. That's like out-drinking grannies.
When I was saying about we're being conditioned... What you just said is a result of this conditioning.
What?
To speak like that of such things.
What do you mean?
It's like, the way he can outsmoke him. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's the distraction that captures most of us right up to our 30. A lot of us, if we make it to 30, especially in our country, England we'll say, Scotland definitely. I don't know much about Wales, America for sure. Look at all the fucking the people who think they're emulated on the fucking silver screen, which is basically Hollywood is the wand, the dome. The wands are out of the Hollywood.
What did they call America? Or I suppose it was Hollywood, wasn't it? For so fucking long, it was the dream place.
It dominated everything. They were like fucking royalty. Yeah, it's all about hypnotizing you and fucking conditioning you. That they had the frequency. They'd batter you with visuals. And they'd batter you with the radio.
They say that about
and
bells.
On the papers.
Do you know the way when we were younger? Well, when you were younger, definitely. Even when I was younger, they'd always religion. They say they stopped it, but they don't ring bells anymore. They've destroyed a lot of them. Countries have gotten rid of it. They say it's over frequency.
Yeah.
And if you actually look,
it's a theory. Yeah.
It's a theory, and it's not proven. But I'm not going to lie. Like when I hear a bell, you don't hear it. You feel it.
It is proven. Do you ever see the fucking dude with the water?
No.
Dude, he'd have. How did he do this now? He'd have songs or music, whatever, different types, and the vibration then would touch, would say a tray of ice cubes, water in it. That's going to be ice cubes and all these patterns. See the guy with sand? There's one with sand. He's just got a big fucking skinny sheet of board or whatever, and he just puts sand on it. A nice, fairly level, just a tin coat of sand, and then I think it's on a speaker. And when he plays certain frequencies, all these fucking natural patterns from plants and shit, the sand just fucking...
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that. It's fucking...
So, yeah, there's a lot to be said about it. Because, I mean, the makeup of the human body, what are they saying now? We're electric magnetism.
Have you heard of a thing called astral projection?
Yes.
Well, would you believe that it's real?
Do I believe that's real? I believe the capacity for it is.
Go into that more, I'm interested.
I think the capacity for it is definitely... It's like telepathy. The capacity for that, I think, is there. It's just that's why all these distractions are there, visually and sound-wise. And the thing about the bells was, when they'd ring the bell, the bells were massive, like. They'd ring the bell and it would actually... cleanse the body of negative energies. Not to say whatever you want that to perceive that as.
Well, I suppose it's all about the intentions you have when you're hearing it too. I mean, it's all about what you put into it.
No, that's the whole thing.
It's in your head.
It affects your body so. Because your body's like an antenna.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So
I think, well, a lot of people disagree with me on, I think we're all connected in a way. We just don't know it yet. Like plants are all connected. It's nature. You know?
Look, you have like trillions of cells in your body alone. And they're all independent of each other. So who's in charge? Who's driving the bus?
I don't know, but I think calm down.
The way I think about that is like that's just the machine, but you're placed into the machine initially to grow into it, so you can operate the machine. Your avatar, if you will.
I get what you mean. No, I do.
You know what I mean? And that's what I think. It's just your avatar, but there's a lot of predestined shit. And when I say predestined, I mean it's like you're going on holiday. Okay, you go into the fucking travel agent if you're so inclined, and they give you a menu of shit. If you're going to this, you want to go here,
attractions and all that crap.
So you say, look, I'm thinking this is the vibe. This is what I want out of the holiday. I want this kind of place. I say, okay, you got to go here. That's exactly what you're saying. Brilliant. And I kind of want this kind of vibe, this kind of people. Well, this is the hotel for you, or the resort for you. And then it's like I want all these bullshits. So it's like, okay, I live in this time frame, and this kind of mind and people will be my family, because what I need to gain by that time frame is what I get from that kind of people. So that would be my family, and then I'll come home at this time. That's when you die, but you're going home. You're on holiday. You're wearing your holiday clothes. You look different. You feel different. It's you. You've made all the decisions, but when you're there, the experience happens. The uncalculated happens. The unforeseen happens. So, but it's generally what you've kind of wanted to happen, and then you come home. You're dead. You're not, you're not traumatized by it. You're not touched. You forget about it fairly quickly. That's what it is. If you had to come back to this life, I think you'd puke. You'd sooner eat your own puke, probably. Because this place is just...
I don't believe anything I hear anymore, to be honest.
Well, you gotta have hope. You gotta have optimism.
I have hope. I have optimism. But when I say I don't believe in anything anymore, I just don't believe in stuff that I hear on the news.
Yeah, but fuck them. Like divorce all that. Divorce that from you entirely. It's not
especially in school, like the shit they were teaching us in science. I'm like, maths, like this is all shit you made up. How does this
in 1901, some fucking cunt, okay, some cunt and his buddy, 2 fucking billionaires, took over the whole education setup of what it's going to be. We don't need thinkers, we need workers, I believe was the quote.
Of course it was.
And everything changed. Lots of knowledge was blocked from generations. Now you'll have geniuses here in the medical profession, the chemistry profession, and they'll think they're the top of their game. But they're not.
They're only a little ploy.
They're missing a big chunk of shit because they don't want thinkers, they want workers. So unless
that all ties around to, did you ever hear Welcome to the Machine by Pink Floyd?
Well, he had a lot of good points in that song.
Lot of good fucking points. The whole song is just... That's why
you can't take it seriously either.
No.
It's a world of contradictions. You can't really take it too serious. When you're having the worst fucking thought or worst fucking time, you gotta laugh at it. Fuck this. I don't need this. It's not, and you don't need it. Because you're only trying to fit into something you don't belong in the first place. The minute you realise that and you feel that, you're free.
I've learned a very valuable lesson, I think, and I've just stopped trying to figure anything out. Like,
already know.
What do you mean?
What you need to know, you already know.
Well, I know how to
You just gotta fucking act. You gotta mechanically move in to the places. You don't get it all in one room. You gotta get out.
Like I don't believe in shit now, like autism and ADHD. I think it's all... Brains are so unknown. Like the shit that goes down to it. Like fucking 20, 50 years from now they could be saying, right, it's not autism and it turns out if I do this you're a superhero. Do you know that kind of way?
You can't live in 20 or 50 years and you can't live back then.
Like the way they would have treated smallpox like 60, 70 years ago compared to now even. Like.
Yeah, but look, that's just the way it is. And you're not going to know everything anyway. Because no one's going to fucking tell you everything anyway. Because there's been geniuses dying on the street homeless. Yeah. Of any major city or big town in the world.
It's all a fucking pattern. Because the way it goes, the civilization builds up.
Civilization, that's... Go on.
It builds the world, they build up the population, I mean. It all gets bigger and bigger. And then shit gets better and better. Then they all fucking die because they get greedy and they want power. And then there's nothing fucking left. And then we start from the beginning. We've got fuck all history because we're all digital. All this digital shit It's going to get to a point where we're going to stop writing on paper. Something's going to happen. We're going to lose digital that we rely so heavily on. There'll be no Wi-Fi, no computers. What if a new kid somewhere with all the fucking records? But then we're fucked. You know, it's the same thing that happened in the Library of Alexandria that burned down way back when.
You're like the man now standing on the beach, roaring at the waves to stop.
Yeah, I need a
You
pint.
can't.
I need a smoke.
What you need to do is say, well, best of luck, guys. Because this is what I'm going to do. And you do you. You know, I think I'll go drawing today. I think I'll play my guitar today. You just keep doing you and you grow into you more and more.
Yeah.
And you get out and you meet people and, you know, what happens, happens. That's life. But to say that it's doom and gloom is like, everyone thinks that at some stage of their week. But they don't fucking, well, they shouldn't. But they should wake the fuck up. Smell the coffee, make some tea. Go and sit in the garden. Go for a walk in the park. Get the fuck out. Put your phone on silent for a while. And I'm not saying it's because of your phone, but let's be honest, it fucking is.
No, that phone is destroying everyone.
You got to just fucking be silly. Talk shit. Have a shit. Be fucking shit.
Hey, do you know something? And you're probably just like this now. When you go to the toilet, I don't need to know what for, but I'm going to say it too. Do you bring your phone with you?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. I have to stop. Because everyone does that. Even, like, everyone.
I do not do this. And another thing
It's a habit I have and I have to kick it.
When I'm having coffee in the morning, I have the phone, and I'm not happy about that. I'm trying to work on that.
I got books now at home that I read. Like
I've been bringing a Archer magazine with me.
That's not bad. It's something.
Yeah.
It's more of a toilet thing, though. Magazine.
No. Toilet thing is like, if I'm shaving, brushing my teeth, or whatever I'm doing in that particular room, I'm programming my day. In my head, it's like, don't forget, I got to X, blah, 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 and you got to do this, and blah, 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 and you got, don't fucking forget this. Halfway up the road, then I forgot half the shit.
Joe, I always get things, people saying, oh, it's my ADHD, I forget to brush my teeth. And I'm
off.
like, no, because you're on your fucking bed, swiping and swiping like there's no fucking tomorrow.
Why are you
too
concerning
lazy.
Yourself about people?
What you mean?
You're wasting, do you know how much energy you're sparking and wasting valuable energy? You got to bring it back into you. And make it all about you and make you go forward. You're getting watered down, distracted and burnt out by all the noise, all the distractions.
That's my fucking life, Jamie.
No, it's you choose this.
Choose this.
I'm in a house there and I've learned a lot in the last 12 years with that young fella of mine.
Oh, definitely.
Dude, how I haven't...
You've grown patience, my friend.
In the moment, patience. But then that could all be further down the line in the day. You can meet someone who's not such a cunt, maybe, but you unload it on them.
Here's fucking like, Johnny.
Yeah, so it's...
yeah, I know.
Basically, I'm just saying you gotta try, you gotta fucking suffer it. And just... When I get thoughts in my head in the middle of the day that are aggressive or violent or maybe nasty, I'll be like, oh, where did you come from? You can walk the fuck on there now. I don't
do that then. I just kind of let that shit out.
You gotta mind your mind. You got to mind your fucking mind. It's simple. It's not like a mental health thing. You're an antenna. You're picking up all kinds of shit that has nothing to do with you. You got to be aware of that fact and say, shut the door on that. I don't need that shit today. I need to focus on what I'm at today. And get on with it. Otherwise, you're forever going to be just fucking floundering.
No, I do understand what you mean, though.
It's not rocket science. We're in a time of distraction, a time of carnival and carnage. And it's easy to choose to be overwhelmed by it and end up just fucking picking your nose in a dark room and then eating it.
But wouldn't...
That's just, what the fuck?
What?
Eat something, drink something, get the fuck out, get some sunlight.
True. But... Oh, fuck you. I was going to say something there and I was just poof. Gone. Story of my life.
I don't know, you're all fucking mad. I think it's too easy to fucking give up. You gotta be optimistic. What are the odds of you even being here?
Slim to none if you think
miraculous is what they are.
Especially if you go back to what was happening to our families, like back to way 800 years ago.
The fucking human race, it's just, you know what I mean? It's like...
The Ice Age, fuck.
You can only live now, in this moment. That's all you can do.
But what is now? That's what I'd love to know.
Whatever you want it to be. You are the architect of your place and your time and your whatever it is you do. It's obvious.
Then why aren't you happy?
I'm delighted. I'm ecstatic.
You're on a coffee rush, that's what you're on.
I'm on water.
Oh, is it?
Hmm.
I'm not going to lie, I thought it was vodka. I was going to say that.
I understand that things come and go. I
choose to let them flow through you rather than try to control them.
Well, for the as most best part that you can. I mean, I'm not fucking stupid either. I
think it's weird. We both think the same way, but we have different ways of approaching how we express those feelings.
Well, that's people in general. Everyone is
it's a good thing.
Everyone is actually, I would like to believe, they're
their own.
They're good enough and they're strong enough to be better. Everyone's on the same thing. It's just some people just get so overwhelmed. They go to a dark place and they stay there.
Mm.
It's not evil. It's just they fell down. And sometimes they need help up.
They call it rock bottom for a reason.
Look, that's just dramatised bullshit to make people money somewhere. It's bullshit. Just look, the best ally you have in your life is yourself.
Mm.
And once you fortify that in your fucking mind, then just fucking kick on. It's a fucking party. It's lovely. There's some magic all around you. All you gotta do is look, and you'll see it everywhere. Life is a wonderful thing. So you can do music, do more. You're getting into the art again, do more. Start writing about it, do more.
That I do actually. How did I forget about that?
Do a fucking podcast about the journey of it. Something you check in with once a month. Say.
I prefer more of a.
But it's great for marking progress. It's great for seeing patterns.
I get that, but I prefer to have that on paper. I know it's better to have it on video.
Yeah, I'm not saying publish it. It's for your own personal thing.
I know, I get you, but
it's very interesting. It's more immediate. You see things faster.
I'm trying to make my brain work with my hands more because
Well, all you need there is volume of activity.
That's what I mean.
More.
Do more of one
I have the
thing.
same problem with the archery. You get to being so good at something, and you think, "Oh, I can't wait to go to the next competition." But you stop fucking practicing because you got to this place and you're thinking you're the shit. But it's like with the art, with singing, with anything that there's a coordination, you need to be doing it all the time. That's what makes it work. The minute you fucking stop, even doing the stonework, go on holiday for 2 weeks, Christ, you're going to feel it the next 2 weeks you come back and you go back to work, you feel it like a motherfucker for about 3 weeks. Like, what the fuck? You ache like crazy.
Should I quit? So
on a holiday then you're thinking, you know what, I'll just do some fucking light exercises, some stretches. That's fucking super for the first 4 days. But then you have a serious hangover on day 5 and you're like, fuck that, I'm on holiday.
It hits
and then, you're like, so it's like, fuck. The minute I'm closing the door of the van, would say 2 days before I'm going away, dude, I'm totally already away.
That's the good thing.
I've been on the plane and
everything.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. That's the way your mind should be, I think. Because you need to, if you don't allow yourself time to rest, you're going to die.
Look, everyone, death is a good thing.
No, I don't mean actually die. I just mean as a person, your whole mood, the aspect you see life, you just fucking...
Look, you gotta fucking just surf the wave. Sometimes you fall off the board, you get back up. It's simple as that. It's a lesson in everything. It's good to be fucking angry. It's good to be happy. It's good to be sad.
It's good to feel.
You're in all of them, but you're in charge. So just say, okay, enough of that now. Let's kick on and make your mark. That's a big machine.
I think this we did good.
Look, it is what it is. Fuck it, it's only crack. It's only having the crack, lad.
I know.
Enjoy it. We must have a jamming session soon.
Fuck yeah.
I must practice. I was thinking, I don't think they're even in tune anymore. I have 2 here, 2 inside.
What's that? Looks very familiar, the instrument. Pretty sure that's what Chester's would have used.
No, this is from, is this from India or something?
Yes, I know that.
That's the fucking
a very old instrument.
It's fucking hard to play, man.
Yeah.
It's fucked now because...
I can see that,
something got broke, but it's a lovely...
that doesn't mean it can't still play, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I've heard it even when I was trying to play I was on the YouTube, guys, watching the YouTube, and there were some lads playing it, there were dingers, like... And I tried... The Beatles used some of their recordings, actually.
Yeah.
They throw it in there and I can play it now!
But was that the one with Ringo? Was it Ringo or one of them did like an Indian kind of phase and it was just all...
an Indian phase.
No, this was serious now. It was kind of dreadful. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know. No, it wasn't only them. It's been in a few popped up with a few people that I like what they do, and you wouldn't even know it was there kind of thing until it's point. Then you can't but hear it, that kind of way. But no, it was a fun thing. I forget where it fucking came from, but I liked it.
Probably a gift, no.
It was a gift. I wouldn't fucking.
I
wouldn't pick shit like that up. I'm not that fucking adventurous.
I feel like it ends with Dylan. I don't know why. Is it mandolin?
Mandolin? No.
There's another one that ends with Dylan. I feel like mandolin is only man because that's supposed to be having these strings on it or something like that.
No, this is I don't know. I don't know what it's
definitely
called.
A queer name.
It's but you see the lads playing it and it's fuck. Oh. Ding 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 ding. Not matter. But it's a nifty fucking instrument.
I've been saying now for about 4 years I'm going to get a 12-string guitar, and actually I'm getting it now. I can't wait.
12 strings are lovely, but they're kind of
to re-string. They're not lovely. They're cunts.
You want to have tuning the cunts. Oh fucking hell!
Yeah,
you want to have
it's all fucking. You gotta love it.
You want to have more than your 12 string.
Oh yeah.
The only reason I
got an electric at 12 and I got not 12 yet now, but I got a 6-string. I got an electric. I had a good acoustic flamingo, but Dave left this one behind, so I might just take that because it's unstringed and dead.
Got a nice Spanish one there as well. No, I love the guitar, but that's where the harmonica was another thing I was playing with. But look, it's like
whenever I hear the harmonica, I always think Piano Man.
I loved when we had that fucked up piano in the hall.
Yeah, man.
You feel like you know what you're doing. It sounds okay, but you're the only one listening to it, and you're like, oh, but it feels great.
I can do that classical song on piano. What's it called?
I wasn't even. This is me.
I know.
I assume I can play this. I don't know what I'm doing. And Lucy's like, "What are you playing?" And goes, "I'm making this up as I go along. Write it down."
The pedals are brilliant, aren't they? The echo, like
fucking shit. But I was thinking,
just getting at it.
I could totally get into this.
It's a good sound.
Because we got these fucking stickers.
Oh, so, for the chords, like the G's. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So that kind of helped a bit. But even before that, when you're just...
There's a good saying as well to remember, it's every good boy deserves fruit. And the first letter of each word I just said.
Those shit things never worked for me.
No?
Never.
Well, you're more of a visual learner then.
I don't know what the fuck I am. Because I'm not learning much.
You're a Jamie learner.
But I love to do that. I couldn't let the guitar down at one stage.
I'm the same, I know.
I just could... Everywhere I went, the guitar was with me. And it was like...
I actually can't take my guitar. I refuse to do it because I would let it happen to it. Because it's happened to me before. Whereas
I've had my guitars fucking stabbed. I've had them fucking hit people with them. My guitars have had a terrible fucking time. That was my first Hohner 6-string guitar. I ended up getting stabbed. Big dagger. Fuck. It's when they got the 12-string. I went down to get another 6-string, but they only had the 12, and it was in the window. So I'll have it.
What was it?
I assumed I'd be able to play it.
Yeah, but but
what the fuck?
Really, a lot of people, they overthink it. Like, if you just think, right, how do I play the 6-string? Don't look. Just don't. Like, you wouldn't look anywhere normally.
I got maybe 4 chords. Dave Gahan showed me maybe 4 or 5 chords. And he gave me all these fucking songs. Most of the songs, I wasn't really gone on them. But I learnt them just to get around the neck of the guitar.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then I just rearranged the chords, throw the song away, and just write words for whatever the fuck came. And then that's how it started.
Did you master the bar chord? I just got that done.
No.
It's fucking brilliant.
I have no business with it.
Brilliant.
I have no business with that. The way I prefer to just fucking do what I do. I don't know what I'm doing, but it feels good. It sounds good to me. And that's why I was doing it in the first place. I wasn't there to be like, can you play that song by your man? Fuck off. I'm not a jukebox.
Well, that's nice. Where did that come from? What is it, a mammoth?
The buffalo.
Buffalo.
That's from Dunbrody 100. You know why I got that? Talking about music. It's a 2-day event. So I was camping. Right. And there was a bunch camping. And they had like picnic tables in the camping area. And there was a lad there, Connor, I forget his surname, he was playing guitar. Now they're like at the very end and we're at this and on the round table. I was talking with some of the lads that I meet regularly at shoots. We were just having a few beers. And you could hear your man, I think he was doing some the usual cover songs kind of.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So I said, well, we go play some songs. Because Olympic Dave was shit hot at guitar. Shit hot. Playing since he was 12. So I think they were jokingly saying, no, I just opened a beer, my first beer, just had a feed. So I'm thinking, I'll nurse this beer and then I'll floor the rest of them. So I'm 2 sips in and I go, I'm sick of cover songs. Why don't they just play a mental song?
Something new that you haven't heard.
Because you could see the crowd was kind of fractured.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought, what we need here now is a good fucking mental sing-along and just make shit up. So I went up and I was talking, that's a nice guitar, la la la. We got talking. And next thing, I'm playing the fucking guitar and I'm like, give me a word. And we'd make a song up based on the word that they... And then everyone's shouting up a word and you have to add it into the song as you go along.
Oh, nice one.
It was pure fucking crazy.
But you know what though? It's shit like that. That's what I call performing.
That's the crack. I'm there to have the
You're
crack.
walking with the crowd, not against
it. A
lot
You're
of
not
people
there,
do
watch
that.
me, I'm so awesome. You're there, let's have the laugh.
Exactly.
And there's a bit of mischief going on. And in the words that are thrown out there, it's like schoolboy bullshit. But it's funny as fuck. So me and the guy with the guitar, Connor, we were brought in the next day after the medal ceremony and we were given one of these each for kind of like entertaining the folks. So it was cool. It was a good night. It was a fun night. But then there was fucking videos.
Oh no.
Oh no, right?
Fuck.
And I was like, oh shit. Because I was there the next day. I woke up at like 7-something a.m. because there was some ruckus. Someone was taking their tent down. I was like,
there'd be fucking murder if that.
Now after the whole sing-song, as you can imagine, the energy, it just went up and the bears just started going down and you're like, It was that kind of night. And so I'm walking up when I know that they've got these big water heater things going on for the coffees and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need a fucking coffee. So I'm walking up there and there's people are starting to come in again and they're all, very good. And I go, what the fuck? And you get all these weird nods and you're just walking up to the fucking coffee machine and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then someone would actually say it about the whole, you should get a band and you should do this and you should do that. And I'm like, what's he doing? Is he mocking me? What the fuck? And then someone show you a video. It's a WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Because someone did a WhatsApp group. Fuck.
Oh, no way.
So you gotta own it. Say, yeah, fuck it. It was fun. I had a great time. I don't remember it. But I did. Someone sent me a clip and I was absolutely mortified. On the way home in the van and I said, pull in.
But that's how you know you had a good time though. Because when you spend too much time worrying about the way you look or the way you sound, you ruin the whole vibe.
World.
Good though, do you know?
But you could laugh at it, you know what I mean? You could laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
And that's healthy. I think it's healthy. It's healthy for you and for everyone else. But the crack was mighty. I was with some mad cunts there that evening. It was a good laugh. That's why I like we were there now, there were some other champs on recently. And I thought, okay, I'll camp again. But the mad cunts never showed up. I was like, fuck's sake. But then you had a different kind of evening. It was shorter and because there wasn't a crowd, but we were all fucking wrecked. It was an intense day. But yeah, whenever there's a 2-day event, I will be camping. And I roll the dice in the hope that the crack will be had.
Yeah, camping's great.
I put my tent.
I
set my tent up in the back of the van.
What? You did it?
I looked at the ground and I was like, "There's no fucking way I'm sleeping on that." And then go and shoot an archery for a whole day, I'd be fucked. So I had it in the van.
Did you use an air mattress or did you use the actual
yoga mat? Which one?
Yeah,
do you know what? Fuck.
You don't.
I might as well have used my socks.
Here, it doesn't matter. You shouldn't use that either. The flatter the surface, the better for your back.
No, I shouldn't.
In China, their mattresses
get
are
out
like
of
bricks.
the van. I couldn't open the van. And I was sweating.
That's good though.
I don't think I could breathe in the fucking van.
Because you know why? Because your back, it's all those years of just... It's not even bad posture. It's just that drop from working hard. You gotta like straighten that back out.
It's the fucking
here.
van, dude. Next time the van doors will be left wide open. Because you have the tent.
You had the door shut.
Yeah.
You try to fucking die. You die of claustrophobia.
I actually woke up late and all that morning and I felt like I was drinking like a demon. And I wasn't. I had maybe 2 beers. But you were exhausted at the end of the day. Look, it was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Lucky to survive. What I call fun these days is very different to what used to be fun. Fog.
I feel like the things you would have used to say was fun are probably my ideas of fun.
Oh, I doubt it. We'll wrap it up. Good man for coming back on for the laugh.
Fuck it, I don't give a shit.
Pint the light. Pint the light. Paint the light.
I enjoyed it. I'll definitely do it again.
You should do it.